Now I am requesting Sri A.K. Jolly sir, MD JCI, to come up and to grace the dais. Now I am requesting our Secretary Sir of NJB, Sri Shoshibhujan Singh, to honor the dais. And unfortunately, our principal, Professor Sudipto Shekhar Mahis, is on road and he is planning to be with us. So now we are not able to get his grace of presence over here at this moment of time. So I am requesting Sri Dr. Mahadev Datta sir, Director Technical NJB, who is the main driving force for this one-day dissemination seminar. Okay. To call Shormishta Madam to grace the dais. Please, sir. Please, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now I'm inviting the students, the girl student, the main driving power of our institute, to start with the ceremony with a opening song. Please.
गणदेवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थायने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यपर्वाय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलक्षेत्र गुरुधर्मसदारार्थाय गुरुपुत्र परित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्डकण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गौजप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful song.
Now I would request Dr. Molika Dotto Madam from GCTTS to please felicitate our honorable guest, Jute Commissioner Shri Molay Chandran Chakraborty sir. Thank you, madam. Now again, I would request you to felicitate our secretary, sir, Shri Shoshi Bhushan Singh, sir. Madam, now I would request you to felicitate Commodore A.K. Jolly, sir, MD JCI. Now again I would request madam to felicitate our director madam, Shurmishta Dotto madam. Thank you madam. Now I would request our Director Technical Mahadev Dotto sir to felicitate Sunil Verma sir, Chief Engineer Retired Border Road Organization and MPRTC. Sunil Verma sir is our honorable speaker, our esteemed speaker for the technical session on geotextiles.
You were jute and now you are again.
I would again request Mahadev Datta sir to felicitate Mr. Manna sir from Kolkata Police Department. Thank you, sir. Sir, I would again request you to take the dais. Sir, and set the context of the seminar. Mahadev Datta sir, I'll again request you to felicitate Sri D. Bosch sir, ACP Calcutta Police, Kolkata Police. I have a special request from Molika madam. Madam wants to felicitate Director Technical sir, Mahadev Datta sir. It is a special request from madam. Now I would request Mahadev Datta sir to come up to the dais and set the context for the session.
Okay, thank you, Saranil. Thanks to everyone for kind participation. So, respected Chief Guest, Sri Malay Chandan Chakraborty, Jute Commissioner, Govt of India, Commodore Sri A.K. Jolly, Managing Director, Jute Corporation of India, Sri Sasi Bhushan Singh, Secretary, National Jute Board, representatives from Kolkata Police, ACP, Sri D. Bose, Mr. Manna, senior officers from NJB, JCI, JPDS system speakers, industry participants. A very good afternoon to all. A very warm welcome to all of you to this technical seminar on jute innovation and applications. It's truly an honor to have such an esteemed gathering of experts and stakeholders who are going to share a collective vision for the growth and transformation of natural fibers, particularly jute. Jute has long been known as the golden fiber of India, and we sometimes call it green gold also. It is an eco-friendly, biodegradable, highly versatile material that holds immense potential in sustainable industries, high-performance composites, geotextiles, and value-added applications. While it has been a part of our traditional textile economy, today we are at the cusp of redefining the role of jute fiber beyond conventional applications. This seminar is designed to explore and discuss innovations, new applications, and the role of intellectual property in strengthening India's jute ecosystem. The three key themes we will be focusing on today are: first is hybrid jute composites. So we have the sample, you can see the sample, we have displayed the products, whatever we have developed from our research initiatives. And then another session will be on the geotextiles in civil engineering, that mainly understanding how jute can be leveraged in infrastructure, erosion control, and sustainable construction practices. And third one is on the importance of intellectual property rights. And we are waiting the speaker to join. I think she is on the way. So we are all aware that despite being one of the largest producers of jute, India still faces challenges from limited high quality seed availability, rating inefficiencies, to lack of global competitiveness in value added products. While jute's demand is increasing in eco-friendly packaging, the composites, technical textiles, but we need a stronger push for R&D, technology adoption, and industry academia collaboration. Our approach towards R&D activities having three broad objectives. Number one, to increase jute consumption through newer application areas and innovation. Number two, by developing cost competitive jute products matching to the required and expected performance of the products. And third one is the sustainable development. This seminar brings together policymakers, industry experts, researchers, manufacturers, agencies to discuss the way forward, ensuring that India not only sustains its leadership in jute production, but also becomes a global leader in jute-based innovations. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest and the senior dignitaries for their kind presence and leadership in shaping the policies that empower our jute sector. A special thanks to the speakers who have come all the way from MP, and Dr. Mallika Datta, professor from my own college, Serampore Textile. Your presence here today reflects your commitment to advancing this sector. So as we begin this seminar, I encourage all of you to engage deeply, exchange ideas, explore collaborative opportunities. Let this seminar not just be a discussion, but a step toward real transformation in the jute industry. With that, I once again extend a warm welcome to everyone, and I look forward to an insightful and productive seminar ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for setting the tone for today, for the context for today's seminar. Now I would request our director, madam, to take the dais and say a few inspiring words.
Namaskar, good afternoon. Dignitaries on the dais, JC sir, MD sir, my secretary NJB, my colleagues from National Jute Board, from Jute Commissioner's Office, Jute Corporation of India's Office, and from Kolkata Police, and most importantly, the products, the babies of Mulika ji and her team. To the entire team, my warm welcome, heartfelt gratitude that you have come forward to hold the hand of NJB. And all of us are aware here, National Jute Board has the mandate of promoting jute, and that is what National Jute Board has been doing since its inception in 2010. We are promoting jute in all ways, and so in that jute geotextiles, the research and development area that National Jute Board is promoting, we need partners for that. And so she has been the hub who has taken forward the mandate of jute to promote jute. And why not, as Dr. Dotto Mahadevji has said, that this is the green crop, the golden fiber. And I also have seen while working in National Jute Board in the past that jute is also a very political crop. It is politically empowering also. And the parliamentary standing committees are proof of that, how much they are digging out the potential of jute. So jute has a potential in this part of the country, certainly, but after, my joining and after working with our present secretary, sir is trying to explore jute in many other parts which are yet to be untapped still. So we see a promise of jute. Therefore, today that we have Kolkata Police who has come forward to us to come forward and hold our hand in the sense when this product goes out to the market and to make it marketable, I really feel it's somewhere they are patting the back of National Jute Board and Ministry of Textiles in general, National Jute Board in particular and Ministry of Textiles in general, because government has tried while we talk with our seniors in the ministry, sustainability is the buzzword now, and jute is found to be highly sustainable. The speakers of course will tell, I'm only a learner, I'm just hearing from the experts of the field, and while in my everyday work that I'm getting an exposure from that perspective, I'm saying that jute has got a high potential because of its sustainability. So the world that we would be leaving tomorrow is going to be a more sustainable world, and there our partners today play a major role. And therefore I would like to thank Mulika ji again that she has come forward and taken this project. And we wish to see some such sessions also, because whenever there is a closure, we have industry partners coming across, all the stakeholders get involved in this process. So we would also get to see many more such sessions. So wishing all the good luck to every one of us, where we are all holding each other's hand and going forward. I wish that we have many more such partnerships in future. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, madam, for sharing such wonderful insights with all of us. Now I would request our secretary, sir, Shubhushan Singh, sir, to come up to the dais and share a few words.
Respected Jute Commissioner Sri Malay Chandan Chakravarti sir, respected MD JCI Sri Jolly ji, my colleague Director Finance, guests from Kolkata Police and Sunil Verma ji, and all the participants in this seminar. First of all, I must compliment Malika madam and her team to organize this technical seminar on the R&D projects sponsored by National Jute Board. And I also compliment and thanks Kolkata Police who has shown interest in the product developed through Serampore Engineering College and National Jute Board. Basically, it is a composite made from jute and glass and having various applications in traffic management. So in this way, I must thank you, Kolkata Police, for showing interest and taking initiatives in this regards. And already my Director Technical Mahadevji has spoken about the applications of jute and its products. Only thing I would like to emphasize here about the versatility of the jute products. So all the people who have gathered here, basically outside NJB, because NJB people are already aware of the applications, but the people from outside, I think, is not so much aware about the versatility of the jute products. So I think this seminar will bring in all these initiatives for the jute products and its versatility and its use in various sectors, in various applications. So nothing more to say about that, and I thank you all for participating in this seminar. Thanks.
Thank you, sir, for your support and inspirational words. Sir, now I would like to welcome Commodore A.K. Jolly, sir, to come up to the dais and say a few inspirational words.
Shri Malay Chandan Chakrabarti, Shri Shashi Bhushan Singh Ji, Secretary, National Jute Board, and Dr. Datta, Shri Sunil Verma Ji, Shri Bose is here from Kolkata Police, Dr. Chaudhary is here, and our Director of Finance of National Jute Board, Sharmishta Ji. This is a wonderful occasion, and I think I must first of all congratulate GCTTS and Professor Malika Datta for organizing such a wonderful session. And these are the occasions when we sit together and put our minds together and work out technicalities and the commercial aspects of things to come. So also, I believe we have some of the students here from GCTTS and officers of National Jute Board and Jute Corporation of India, all the distinguished delegates. First of all, thank you for the invitation. Now, I'm not really very knowledgeable about the composites. I have seen a lot of applications of jute, and I've been looking at composites also in various conferences and exhibitions, etc. And there's quite a diversity of applications and diversity of products which comes out, various different kinds of composites. And yes, diversity is the need of hour for jute. I'll explain that, because diversification is the key today. Because beyond the romanticism of golden fiber or beyond the political aspect, we got to also look at the hard reality of life, which is about the supply chain, the whole supply chain, the whole value chain of jute, which is crying for diversification. And I'll just explain why I say this. Because we have higher supply than the demand. So every year we have a good amount of jute which is being carried forward. Although some of this is modulated, because whenever the demand is less, actually farmers will then do less sowing and they will produce less. But despite all this, in the last 5-6 years, there is always a carryover of 20 to 30 lakh bales, which amounts to about 40 to 45 lakh quintals, 50 lakh quintals of jute, which is getting carried forward. So you can imagine very clearly there is a gap between supply and demand. And this is very, a matter of grave concern. And that's why I'm saying diversification. Because what you do by sacking, for which the whole industry is dependent now, is only about, it's a major share, it's about 70%. And it's a low value add also. If the price of jute is 60 further value addition is only of 40%. So 100. So it's about 1 lakh rupees per ton is the price of sacking. In that only 40% is the price of the value add. But there can be many other products. They can be geotextiles, they can be agro-textiles. Recently we come across one very interesting application which is in wrapping of the cattle fodder, which is required in the West. It's a net kind of a thing which can wrap up fodder from the field, the leftover biomass from the field after the harvesting is done, and it can be used for. And for this, the scope is huge. We need to tap this. And amazingly, the company which is getting into distribution of this thing, they have looked at Bangladesh, and they've come out with a conclusion that we cannot get it from Bangladesh. So they just want to get it from India. There is a huge, huge possibility of $1.2 billion worth, which is 8,000-9,000 crores, whereas of export. Whereas the export of everything put together right now is not more than around 3,000 crores. So that's one huge area where we can diversify and we can increase the consumption of jute. So, but composites are really very, very interesting, and I think there is a huge scope, and the contribution like this is very, very heartening. And I hope that a lot of useful discussions are held so that we have a better way forward from here. Another interesting thing about jute, which is I think being ignored in these parts and various parts of the country, it is really building up, and that is floor covering. From Cherthala, from Panipat, from Agra, from Jaipur and Bhadoi, a huge amount of floor covering is being manufactured, and very exquisite quality stuff in various price ranges. There is a huge amount of value add in that. But I am surprised that the mills here are really not really aware of all that is happening. Each of these manufacturers, I think there are people from the industry here, each one of these exporters are exporting worth hundreds of crores of rupees goods. And the major share of our export is a single category of goods in jute, and that is floor covering. Not the carpet backing cloth, incidentally. It is the floor covering, amazing designs of woven floor coverings in the West. And they love it because they use it for its life, 4-5 years, and after that they just, compost it. And they put it in the garden. Because anything you supply to the West, they also look at the whole life cycle. If you use the floor covering, and after you get fed up with it, then where do you put it? So, very interesting thing is that they just compost it and put it in the garden. Or they just throw it in the garden and gets composted. So that's amazing part. Geotextiles was really picking up 2 years ago. But somehow the industry didn't support it. Don't, take it otherwise, but the amount of thing that they were supposed to do, they were supposed to nurture it, the initial demand. The green shoots of demand need to be nurtured. If there are less quantities demanded, some specifications demanded, the mill or our industry should come forward and meet that demand. They should not say, no, I don't make less than 50,000 square meters. These are the statements, I'm quoting. I'm not naming anybody, but it was said that less than 50,000 square meters we will not make. This is too less. Then you're being penny wise and pound foolish. You're only looking at your immediate margins, etc. You're not looking at the huge opening which is going to happen. So for diversification, please have a heart. Please be ready to harness that opportunity. Even now, as I speak today, there is a supply of jute textiles required, and we are unable to source it from a mill. There was a L1 bidder who backed up. L2, it does not want to match the cost of L1. So it's time to wake up and smell the coffee. Diversify, don't get stuck in just one thing, which is 70% of our jute requirements. The other thing which I also want to just throw a little bit of light on is about the raw jute supply chain. It needs to be modernized. It has to be instrument-based grading. There is no other way. It has to be instrument-based grading. And in any case, it is inevitable. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, in a year or two, it has to happen. You cannot endlessly go on by, hand in eye assessing the grade of the jute. Right? So might as well do it today. If you need to modernize, and we have the equipment available, we have the machinery available, we should do it now. Why? Because till the time you do not do proper grading through instruments objectively, farmers will never get their price of their grade. Will they? अगर आप अपना जूट फार्मर के पास फार्मर अपना जूट लेकर आता है और ट्रेडर उससे खरीदना चाहता है, अगर उसके पास उसको मेजर करने के लिए मशीन ही नहीं है, वो क्यों देगा? आप सोचिए, क्या ट्रेडर क्या कोई महात्मा है क्या वो जो फार्मर को हाई प्राइस देके उससे जूट लेगा? ट्रेडर का उद्देश्य हमेशा ये रहता है कि as best as possible he should be able to give. If there is no machine to measure that, if there is no instrument to measure that grade, so who are we fooling? So this is being resisted from certain quarters. So it's time to move on. It's time to give way to the modernization of the entire supply chain. So this purchaser's bias, which is there, this needs to be removed, and a very objective and instrument-based grading system has to be there. Only then there will be incentive for quality improvement. We keep on crying our quality is less. But why will farmer be interested in improving the quality if he doesn't get the money for it? After all, the farmer has to improve the quality. He has to wash it properly. He has to invest some more effort into it. He will expect some price for it. And if there is no method of measuring that quality which is achieved, then this incentive is gone. The next one is about the blockchain, which will also have a quality layer, and this will also have market transparency. Blockchain platform is ready to roll out by Jute Corporation of India. You will all be happy to know. And also e-auction platform is being developed. These things are inevitable. We should embrace technology faster than later. Because that's missed opportunity. If you do it after 2-3 years, which in any case you're going to do, might as well do it now. Why delay? So, production will not be an issue. I'm very happy that all these diversification efforts are being done. NJB is doing a wonderful job for allocating all these projects for diversification, and when they are fruitful and when they get to the commercialized scale, things will happen. And but production will not be an issue. Those of you who've seen the cultivation part of jute, you know that farmers also love it. The moment they start getting the good price for it, the moment there is a good demand, the moment there is all these goods being produced and the ecotex, etc., being exported, or more and more floor covering being exported, there is more and more demand, the farmer will immediately start growing. Because the next crop, once the jute is grown, harvested, it enriches the soil with nutrients, nitrogen, etc. And after that, it is very, very good for the next crop. So, it is very important that we have a very stable supply chain, and also the measurement of correct quality, which will boost the confidence, which is right now the industry is hanging on to the government support and government orders. With diversification effort, there is a wonderful way ahead, and I can then again very romantically say that this is the golden fiber, and this is also going to be politically robust. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such wonderful informative insights of yours regarding the jute sector. We all believe that putting more stress on diversification and believing that JDP is the only way to take forward the jute industry ahead should be the mantra of all the people associated with the jute sector. Now, I would again request our chief guest for the seminar, Molay Chandan Chakraborty sir, to take the dais and share his thoughts.
Good afternoon. Commodore Jolly, Shashi, Director of Finance, Mrs. Datta, guests, especially I am also looking forward to the Kolkata Police, our guest from the Kolkata Police, because after all this is more of a marketing effort than anything else, and the main product which is probably we are looking for is they could be one of our first customers. So I welcome you specifically for this. Jinte Das is there, and then all the attendees, our guests for this occasion. See, I don't want to say too much because a lot has already been said, but since I have been associated with the sector for more than 6 years now, I have seen the statistics. In fact, even today I was preparing some presentation for our Secretary Textiles, so I was just going through some of the data. We have actually jute as a market. It has gone up from almost 60 to 65% government sector market to about more than 85% now. So only about, of course, by volume, but then this is alarming. At one point of time, almost only about 30-35%, or in fact even 40% of the market used to be non-government. Now it is hardly 15% or even less. So there has to be a way forward, because this is unsustainable. This is unsustainable. Government has been supporting it, and in fact the data and statistics show that government has been both the central government along with the support of the state governments have been procuring more and more jute bags. Last year we had 36.29 lakh bales of jute bags which were procured, more than 12,000 crores. But then things cannot go on increasing infinitely, especially when jute is such a crop where there is huge potential as a environment friendly sustainable crop. That is the main crux of the whole matter. And in fact, over the years, a lot of excellent research has been done, but somehow the products have not been pushed to the extent they should have been. And also I feel there is a responsibility for the industry to get these new markets going. This is necessary because government can handhold, government can support, but government, of course I am saying this, but even now I am trying to push jute products to our potential customers. But it is the private sector who need to basically look up and try to find new markets. Like Commodore Jolly has only pointed out the product which they have been able to suddenly find a huge market. The entire jute industry is about 18,000 to 20,000 crores. So, and just this potential, this one product, which is a very, very basic product, has a potential of about 10,000 crores, which can be added. This would entail, additional income both to the industry as well as to the farmers. Of course, the farmers are the primary focus of the government, but then the entire ecosystem has to work in such a way that everyone, it will become a potential win-win situation if we are able to go to diversified products. because diversified product, just a simple math, even though there is a little quality difference, but if I look at it, equalizing everything, 580 gram fetches you about 60-62 rupees. The same 580 gram may be of a little higher quality. If you convert it into bags, shopping bags, at least 4 shopping bags would be there, or at least 3. So how much does this translate to? Even if we take at 75-80, that 60 rupees translates to about 250-300 rupees. So this is the value addition which is there. So this needs to be seen. We have some products which are there, and as I understand, they are cheaper than what is there in the market presently, and also eco-friendly. Eco-friendly, disposable. You can just put it in some of the maybe composting efforts, or even in a landfill, they would basically decompose and get into the soil gradually. So this is these are some of the products which are there for our. I am looking forward to Kolkata Police, so I am again and again pitching to them to look at the product and see how best they can be utilized, because not only this jute, almost 75-80% of jute comes from this state only. So I am looking forward to the West Bengal government and the Kolkata Police to support this endeavor, which has been again done by an institute from this state only, our Government College of Engineering and Textile Technology at Serampore. I won't take much time. I wish this workshop, this seminar, all the best, and thank you all the participants who have taken time out and come here. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
I would like to thank our Honorable JC sir on behalf of the present audience in this auditorium, as well as the people who are watching live on YouTube. And now it is my honor to call Dr. Mollika Datta, Madam, Head of the Department of Textile Technology, Government College of Engineering and Textile Technology, Serampore College, to share her story, her success story behind this development of products, jute composite products for non-structural application. Thank you, ma'am.
Before ma'am comes to the dais, I would request our chief guest and guest of honors to take seat in the front row as audience, so that they can easily see madam's wonderful presentation. And now, madam, I would set the dais free for you to share your thoughts and insights for development of these wonderful products. Thank you, madam.
Yes, I'm nervous. Because I want to recall the 28th March 2020, and this is very special day, definitely in the history of India, and as well this history of world, where we are experiencing this pandemic. And when we are talking about the pandemic, I believe this is the month where we are celebrating the Women's Day, and we forget about our Mother Nature. So yes, I'm nervous. Devarun, is it possible for you to come up with those slides? So I purposefully colored the day, the 28th March 2025. We should not forget about the situation, the entire human race, the habitat of this planet experience. So taking the clue from the Jolly sir, that and madam and Jesse sir and secretary sir, we should think about certain words and we should elaborate these words and how these words and this theme, this hypothesis are so very relevant to us, that to be learned and that to be practiced in our life, so that we can register any kind of occurrence of the pandemic, what we experienced in the year of 2020 and later on 2022. So this particular project, this is the JPDS funded project. The funding authority is National Jute Board, and my industry partner is Mrs. Fibro Plastichem India Private Limited. So today's buzzword, we are talking about the sustainability. So the concept of sustainability related with the idea that it is not going to do harm to our future generation. So when we are talking about the future generation, this concept of sustainability is not a holistic one. We cannot think about, cannot forget about the other two aspects, which is very, very much integral to this sustainability concept. That is the people, that is the society we belong, that is the human race, the other habitant of this planet. And finally, the third pillar is the profit. Unless and until a project, a product, any kind of process, any kind of activity, if it is not economically viable, then what is the purpose of having any kind of research? So the sustainability using a biomaterial, definitely that is taking care of planet aspect. But what we are doing to the mother nature, we are keep on using the natural resources. If the natural resources is going to exhaust it after 50 years span, then what is going to happen to our next generation? Maybe not to my son, not to my daughter, not to my students, not to my boys, but what about the next to next generation? So we have to be very, very careful about this, how much sources, the natural sources we are going to use. So there comes the idea about the third pillar, that is the society, the people. Because any kind of research we can do, and what is the benefit of that research? What is that particular research going to bring a benefit, advantage into the daily life of the people? The money, whatever the fund we are getting, that is through NJB, but that is the fund of every Indian, that is the fund of every Indian. We are thankful to them because they are doing the fund for this particular project. So we should not forget about them. So this is the people. And profit, unless and until we are coming up with an economically viable project or product, so industry is not going to take us. So this is going to be a holistic one, and here comes the concept of sustainability, where we are saying, when we are going for the planet and the people, that is whether it is bearable one. When we are saying it is the people and the profit, so whether it is we are able to equate, whether we are going to relate with that one. And finally, when we are going for the profit and the planet, so it is going to be a win-win situation. So that is the viability. Now the next buzzword for me, that is the hybrid. I spoke about the hybrid. So when I'm talking about the hybrid, that means I am using the a combination. When we are saying the combination, so we are approaching the a team like a situation. That means we are having certain limitations, a particular material, a particular system may have certain limitation, and that can be used in a judicial way to get the benefit out of that. So definitely it should be going to offer us a synergistic effect. And as we are here to say that we are displaying a product which is a hybrid one, which is made of the jute and made of the glass, a combination of these two. But we should put more emphasis on the coexistence situation. So we are not here to belittle anyone. We are not saying against anyone. We are here to visualize that what is the best aspect of our product. So we believe in coexistence. So this is keeping the harmony in the ecosystem. So let us move to the next slide. So as I'm saying, the hybrid one, I'm talking about the jute and the glass, and already Debarun mentioned, and this is for the non-structural application. So when we are planning for non-structural application, so our other components are the other materials who are here to offer their advantages, like the steel material, the aluminium material. So we are talking about steel, we are talking about aluminium. So let us move to the left top corner. What we are doing, we are exhausting the natural resources. We are doing harm to our mother nature. And in the month of March, when we are celebrating this Women's Day, how could we forget about our mother nature? We already experienced a pandemic that is the outcome of unjudicial, non-judicial use of natural resources. So we have to be very strategic. So when we are saying the use of the natural resources, that means it is related with the ore, the iron ore, maybe the bauxite. So when we are saying the ore, so what is the amount of water is required to clean it before coming into the industry as a final raw material? And when we are saying that we are going to use this material for raw material, so we have to have a process where we are going to melt this. So definitely it is related with the consumption of energy. And when we are saying there is a consumption of energy, so when we are saying, sorry for the interruption, when we are saying the consumption of energy, so we cannot forget about the carbon footprint. So let us move to the other part of the slide, that is the left hand side. So first, the solar energy that is stored by the process of photosynthesis. We are using a renewable material. Now we are in a win-win situation. The fiber, the conversion of the fiber into an intermediate product. As I am talking about the composite, so I am considering the yarn, the fabric, as the intermediate raw material, and finally we have converted that into a composite. So here comes the situation that what is the end life? What is going to happen after the service life of this particular composites? So we can say, as it is the jute based one, so definitely it is going to go back to the mother nature. But there is one more concept of circular economy where we are putting the frame, that is the fiber frame. So in some cases we can repurpose it. Like we are having a composite, we can reshape it, recut it, and we can convert that into some other products. So definitely it is having certain residual value. This is very important aspect when we are here to get the idea that is the comparative performance, comparative property profile that should be economically viable. So this part is very important when we are talking about the repurposing of our jute composite. Another system that we can move to a system where we are going to convert jute composite to some other products, that is the open loop system, that is the recycling. And there is one more approach where we can have this closed loop system where we are converting jute composite into the jute composite. So that is the closed loop system of recycling. So these are the two are the refurbish or the repurpose and recycling that is based on the fiber framework of the circular economy. So let us move to the next slide. I am saying that carbon emission, the amount of heat, energy required, and what is the water efficiency. So we come up with the very work of some very renowned scientists who give us the data that what is the amount of water, what is the amount of energy, what is the carbon emission related with it. So when we are having this natural fiber composite, that is the NFC, just see that what is the amount of water we are having or we are using, that is around 5 to 10 liter per kg production of NFC. So let us move to the aluminium. The data of steel is visible. It is around 500 liter water is required and we are producing 1 kg of aluminium. Now let us move to the amount of energy to be consumed. Just see, for the aluminium it is more than 200 megajoule per kg of production, followed by the steel which is around 30, and for the natural fiber composite we are using the energy in the range of 10 to 20. So let us move to that what is the amount of carbon emission. The carbon emission is quite high in case of aluminium because the amount of energy, amount of water used for this aluminium system definitely is quite high, that is the 15 or even greater than 15. So we are saying that we are talking about the energy efficient, more use of water, more carbon emission. So whether we are going to eliminate the use of the steel or the aluminium, but I started with the buzzword that coexistence. This is the area to be sorted out, to be identified, to be addressed by the government, that market to be disintegrated into small segments, and as per these segments, as per that requirement of a particular market, we should come up with the strategic product. We are not here to belittle steel, we are not here to belittle the aluminium. So let us move to the next slide, which is an interesting one, but maybe it is not going to give us the entire picture, that performance and the cost analysis. So definitely our steel, yes, it is our steel, it is the rank one. So for the tensile strength, the flexural strength, the compression strength is concerned. But when we try to go for a comparative analysis, we develop a 1 meter by 1 meter fence. It is already demonstrated over here, which is now showcased in front of you, where we are taking a safety factor of 14 based on the International Building Accord. That means we are expecting our material to fail at X, but we are offering 14X. So for the safety factor 14, the most costly one is the aluminium, then the steel, then the glass, the 100% glass system, and this green one is the our product, that is the hybrid one. So what we observe that for 1 meter fencing, which is of 1 meter of width, having only 40 rupees of advantage. Now you are here to decide whether to accept it or not accept it. But I am having certain approach to share with you that whether it is going to be beneficial, this 40 rupees is going to be beneficial to you or not. So more analysis is required to realize that whether the 100% glass system or a hybrid system which is made of the jute and the glass. So let us move to the next slide, where it is very important for us to go for the life cycle cost analysis, because we are not here to say that this is good, this is rank 1, this is bad, this is the backbencher, this is not the approach we should promote. We should go for the actual analysis, what is happening. So when we are here, so we are going for the life cycle cost analysis, which is the C suffix G, and this is the cost, this is the investment cost, which is very obvious for every kind of industry, or for all the industry we are having the investment cost. Now the second part, that is the right hand side of this particular equation, is going to give us the actual picture that whether to take this 40 rupees advantage or not to take this 40 rupees advantage. So that is the we are talking about this 14 safety factor based product made of 100% glass fiber and made of hybrid system, that is the jute and the glass hybrid system. We are getting only 40 rupees, but this is the price, this is the price. But we simply forget about the analysis of the other part, which is very much important. So let us move to this operational cost, which is denoted by over here C0. So this operational cost definitely involving the cost of the raw material, right? And the third one is the C suffix M, that is the maintenance cost. So when we are saying the maintenance cost, let us go for the situation where we are now. Already JC sir mentioning to Kolkata police representative that we are pitching. Now we start pitching that how we are good. Like this is the situation. This is the nut or bolt situation of a safety rail. This is the road. This is the vehicle. You can see. So after every monsoon, there is an rusting issue. Then what we have to do? We have to remove all the bolts and the nuts and the joints and everything. And then we have to come up with the new nuts, bolts and everything. Then we have to remove the rust. We have to remove the rust. Then we have to put the primer, and then we have to paint it. We have to put the primer and then we have to paint it. So this involves skilled personnel. So whether we are going to ignore this maintenance cost, no, it is not possible. If the maintenance cost is very high and if the maintenance is very frequent, so there comes the most important part, that is what is the durability, how long it is going to perform. So if we are going to see or revisit the right hand side of the equation, so there comes a R and there comes a T. So R, definitely I am going to ask the industry people to talk about this R, that how much discount you are going to give. That is totally based on the availability of the material, production cost, all the other aspects, and based on this size of the market you are going to give us the discount or give us the discount to the buyer. But when we are moving to the this abbreviation T, this is the service life. And if we are going to see that service life for the natural fiber based composites and as well as these hybrid system is quite high. So we can come up with this conclusion that this CM in case of the hybrid system is going to decrease. And what is the ECL? That is the end of life of the product. So after end of life of the service life of this particular product, what is going to happen? How we are going to dump it? Where to place it? Because we are talking about Mother Nature. We are talking about the sustainability. We are talking about the planet. We are talking about the society. We are talking about the profit. So if a person who is dealing with this kind of product and after the service life, what is going to happen? Where to dump it? So as I presented that yes, it is possible to reuse it, repurpose it, recycle it, as well as in a closed loop system or in a open loop system. So definitely our product is having lower value of end of life cost. And when we are talking about this here, that is what is the amount of value we can have after having the proper character of the hybrid system where it can be converted into some other product. That is the repurposing of it. We can cut it, we can have a little bit of grinding of it and we can convert that into some other product. So the wear is definitely high for our product. So if we are seeing this particular graph, initially we can see that definitely the steel is number one because the initial cost is quite high. Low, sorry, my bad. But when we are seeing the present value for the maintenance, the ultimately this particular black bar which is representing the steel is high. So finally the total cost of the life cycle for the aluminium and steel is high, and the most efficient one so far the life cycle cost analysis purpose is the hybrid system, because the PV of UL in case of the green color hybrid system, the yellow color 100% glass fiber system, and for the aluminium is in the negative side. So we can say the life cycle cost of our product is quite low in comparison to the three other contender. So let us move to the next slide. So we are saying that the cost of the life cycle cost for steel is quite high. We can say, though we can identify that the steel is having enormous strength, that is in terms of its tensile property, in terms of its flexural property, in terms of its compressive property. But what is the limitations of this monomaterial? Though it's not wise to say that it is the monomaterial, still though it's not, again we can say that the raw material is still, that's why we are saying that it is the monomaterial, that is the mono raw material, that is the steel. Jesse, sir please, when we are saying that we are going to use a steel material as a safety guard, because we are talking about that it's having the higher flexural strength, the compressive strength, the tensile strength. But what is going to happen to the vehicle? What is going to happen to the vehicle in time of an impact? But our material is a different kind of a material. It is not going to do any harm to the vehicle at the time of impact hazard. Corrosion, it is already mentioned. But here comes the one more limitations with this kind of steel material, with this kind of aluminium material, that we need the welding. because we are not having those liberty of having a die with a very complicated structure. So where we need to weld it, and welding is the most weakest part. Now just see, in the last year we experienced a lot of unfortunate occasion where we enter Kolkata witnessing certain electrocution and death of certain people. So definitely the chances of electrocution, now you have to realize whether it is there, whether it is not there. I'm not here to say yes, it is having the chance of electrocution. You are the witness, you are the person who are taking enormous effort and enormous pain to control this kind of hazard in your daily life, because you are not willing to sacrifice a simple, a normal human being the chances of any kind of electrocution. So now let us move to the situation. This is the actual picture, that how this crack is propagating when we are using the steel by riveting to make it continuous. And what about this? It is a very rich material, and we have to take care of it. We have to take care of it. So we can say our material is the good material. The hybrid one is the good material. So we are saying our material is the good material. So I have to prove it. Any color, whatever the color you want, we are having the palette, we can customize the color. Now our material is a composite material, so it's a combination of two. It is having the synergistic effect. So it is a lightweight material, the density is quite low. So the load of the static load going to be experienced by the bridge. Static load going to be experienced by the bridge is quite high. When we are using the hybrid system, we are using the renewable jute composite. We are talking about the coexistence. This is the most focus points of today's dissemination seminar, that we are not here to belittle. Our material is very easy to cut, very easy to drill, and very easy to rivet. So we are come up with the door frames, we are come up with the guardrail, we are come up with the fencing, and we also come up with the window frame that is made of jute hybrid system. We completed the bulk trial. So as we are saying that whether this particular project or this research is going to be commercially available. So commercial designing of this particular, welcome Muha madam. She is the scientist of Higher Education Department, taking care of IPR cell of Government of West Bengal. Welcome madam. So we are saying this particular slide, definitely ma'am, this is for you. When we are saying that yes, it is possible to go for the commercial designing of our product, that means we are moving to the level of 8, that is the technology transfer readiness level of 8. This is the circular hollow pipe, this is the square-shaped hollow pipe, this is the twin hollow pipe. So any kind of shape, it is possible if we have the die with us. If we have the die with us, we can go for any kind of odd shape as per the requirement. Now let us move to the next slide. We are saying we are good, our product is good. So who to validate it? We are saying. So we went for a third party evaluation, and the results is available with the NJB and JC office. So through that third party evaluation, we can validate that what we are saying, that is very much true. So we are going to, there was a question from the audience that whether we are going to use this at the outdoor or whether it is going to sustain in the outdoor situation. So it is very important for us to go for the pre-weathering performance analysis and post-weathering performance analysis. So what we observe that in case of the tensile, the flexural, the crosswear, isotope impact strength, the lengthwise, sorry, not the crosswear, the crosswise isotope impact strength, the lengthwise isotope impact strength, the bearing strength, the compressive strength, and interlaminar shear strength. This particular request was there in the 15th EMC, that is the advice of 15th EMC, that we have to go for study the interlaminar shear strength of our product because it is a hybrid one. So we are using the mixture of jute and the glass and as well as the polyester resin. So this particular, for that we are very thankful to the expert of the 15th EMC. So we see there is no such significant variation, but let us move to this. The water absorption for 3 hours at 50 degrees centigrade. So definitely the water absorption in case of post weathering is 1.8 and percentage, and while it is the pre-weathering it is 1.2. So that is the most crucial point. Here I am saying that we are going to cussle our queen, that is the jute. We are going to cussle it, we are going to encapsulate it, we are going to hide it in such a way that it is not going to expose into the weather, because we are promoting the hybrid system. So let us move to the next slide. This particular slide is going to see that what is the vis-a-vis, what is the performance of 100% glass system and a hybrid system. And this is the design of the frame which is being proposed by the International Building Accord or ADA standard or AASH standard. So we are having this aluminium as the counterpart of us, where 200 pound is required, but our material is offering 2850 pound. So safety factor in this case we are offering, that is the 14. So now this is the slide where I like to thank you again, NGB and as well as JC, because the memorandum of understanding forces us to go for doing the formulation for the BIS, and this BIS formulation is very much essential, because I am talking about the coexistence, I am talking about the use of aluminium in some cases, use of steel in some cases, in use of jute composite, hybrid composites, the 100% glass fiber composite in a discrete way. So segmentation of the market is very much essential, and identification of the market. Everybody is not going to cater every segment. We are not here to say that definitely our material is going to perform like steel material where the maximum strength is required. As I already spoke to Mana sir, he mentioned that lot of strength is required in some cases of or some category of barrier that is made out of this steel. So we are not going to perform over there. But in some cases where you are using this guardrail as a safety guard over a bridge, why to use the iron material? Why to use the steel material? Why to use this? Because you are unnecessarily increasing the static load of the bridge. Every bridge is designed in that way. Now we are having this kind of incident happening. The China thread, the tail of the kite which is flying as a floating one and striking the people who are riding the bike or running or walking through the bridge. He experienced this. In Serampore, it is a very common kind of unfortunate incident the local people are experiencing. The China thread tail kite, it is striking around the neck portion of the people or the head portion of the people depending upon their height, and severe accident is happening. So definitely government of West Bengal is taking initiative to put certain safety guard over there. Then if it is a safety guard, then why to put steel over there? Why not our product? So it is very important for us to identify the market and identify the suitable product. For that, we have to have a proper specification. So we are targeting E12. We are not targeting the E23 or E70. We are not saying that we are going to tackle the situation of E23, where the intersection of the pultruded pipe, when tested, it is going to offer us a 23 gigapascal of strength. We are not targeting that. We are targeting E12. We are knowing the advantage of our product, and we are not saying that the tensile performance and the flexural performance of our product is at par with the steel material. We are not saying this. So let us move to the, before moving to the next slide, definitely again there is a driving force from NJB that we have to go for the patenting. Yes, it is very much required. IPR is very much required. We are coming up with certain product, and if we are not capable of taking care of that particular product by having a proper IPR or intellectual property rights to be taken care of our product, so patenting is very, very much essential. So let us move to the go through this particular slide. That what is the development stage? We already talked about the TRL, that is the technology readiness level. So yes, it is possible to produce the pultruded section out of the jute. So we are reaching TRL 4. We started with the TRL 1, that is in the research domain, that is in the lab. We already have different kinds of hollow tubes, so that means we are moving to TRL 5. We demonstrated our product in various fairs like Jute Symposium 2023. Again, it is organized by NJB and Bharat. And finally, we are using our product, that is the TRL level of 9. Where it is placed in front of a garden of resident of Salt Lake. So it is working over 2.5 years. Now let us see that this particular TRL concept is as per the accord of NASA, and now we are so very proud of Sunita William. So definitely this is the month of March and we are celebrating womanhood. So now the steps towards dissemination, we started with having the conversation with the different organizations like the SNH of Australia. They are very much keen to use the jute, natural fiber based composite material, and for our case it will be the jute. That is the win-win situation, as everyone is saying that it is the politically robust raw material, and I am saying it is the renewable robust material. So this is the sample. This particular sample is exhibited in the symposium of 2023, and the samples are available with us right now. So you can see that what is the situation of this sample after 2 years of time. So this is the window frame we presented during the Bharat Text. This is the guardrail we are talking about right now. This is the Bharat Text 2025. These are the probable future products. We can go for making the ladders out of this particular product, and we should not forget about this China thread, which is causing harm to us. Thank you. But I want to take a minute because thank you to NJB and thank you to JC office. They are not only giving the fund to us. Thank you, Shomisha madam. But you are the driving force. You are chasing us. As an academic institute, we are new to this research field. And we are teaching the students. But this is the time where we must ask the student to witness that how an academic institute can move ahead with their work in the research field. You people chase us to go for BIS formulation. You people chase us for going for the patenting. So you are not only funding us, you are guiding us, you are driving us. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for your wonderful presentation. Thank you for all the insightful information provided to us. And thank you again to Kolkata Police for attending the seminar and showing interest in using the products in our wonderful city of Joy and promoting sustainability. The theme of this seminar was mainly to promote sustainability through biodegradable, environmental friendly products such as jute. So the sustainability part and the environmental friendly part of jute is very much well established. Another very important product from jute which is environmentally very friendly and can help us to depollute the mother earth is the geotextile, jute geotextiles. So we have all known the importance of jute geotextile and its performance in application in different fields is already very much well established. So now we will come to the second technical session of our seminar today, and I would like to welcome Mr. Sunil Verma sir. He is the Chief of Engineering Officer of Border Road Organization and MPRDC retired. So I would welcome sir. I would like to invite sir to come up to the dais and start the next technical session. Thank you, sir.
Very good afternoon, sir. First of all, I pay thank you and gratitude to Commissioner Jute, Mr. Malay sir, Secretary Shashi Bhushan sir, and Commodore A.K. Jolly sir, and Professor from Sri Ram College, persons from the jute industries, as well as my dear students. I am Sunil Verma. I was in Border Road Organization from 1992 to 2021, where as a practice we used to design, conceptualize, and then get it executed. So since last about 21 years, we were using jute textile in various fields. And after taking retirement from Border Road, I have served in Madhya Pradesh Road Development Corporation as a chief engineer. There also we have utilized jute textile in numerous problems for the road construction industries. So first of all, I would start my presentation with a small film which was actually shot, directed and produced by Doordarshan. this was made for Doordarshan and was relayed by Doordarshan in 14th of October. So I'll make it cut short.
One of the biggest festivals of the people of the North. The 5-day festival was nevertheless marked by shopping and feasting spree, with patient has added to this woe. Happens during monsoon, so is landslide.
I'm just giving the small.
Most of the hills in the region are young, unstable and prone to landslide, and deforestation has added to this woe. On an average, 50 people are killed across the northeast due to landslides, while traffic on many arterial routes are held up for days on end. Much of this malady is man-made, from the June or the shifting cultivation of various indigenous groups to earth-cutting and unauthorized constructions on hill slopes. Landslides have had many reasons.
More than 50% of the road length in hill area, which are very young mountains, and the slide prone area. Most important is the Serampore landslide area. Basically, this is the reason where very weak geological formations. Technically, it is a fractured fault zone is there. Every monsoon, as the ingress of water is there into the crushed mass of the rock, they starts losing its addition and then they starts coming down. And it comes with huge quantity with great velocity. At that time, no structure at the basis becomes stable.
There have been several attempts at holding the hills, but the most effective method seems to be a technique involving jute fabric. Developed by the Indian Jute Research Association of Kolkata, the jute fabric has been implemented in some critical sketches of the region by the Border Roads Organization and the project SETO.
Although the jute textile has been laid over 20,000 square meter of area of the landslide area, and this was possibly for the first time in India we have used open mesh jute textile for protection of any landslide. But still, I must tell you, this complete slide area is not covered with the jute textile. Slide area, as we have taken the photographs from the satellite also, which is down here, and as well as we have physically surveyed it, it's around 2 square kilometer of area.
This anti-landslide technique entails sprinkling bamboo seeds on stretches of landslide-prone areas and spreading it with a jute fabric.
So I'm cutting it down because of the paucity of the time. Basically, just wanted to show you that this particular thing is in use since last many years, and using this we have actually tamed many landslide area at various parts of the country. Personally, I have utilized this in many states like J&K, all part of the J&K, including Ladakh region, northeast many states, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh, Andaman Nicobar, and at many other states. So thing is that not only for the landslide, actually I have utilized this work, jute textile, for landslide protection as well as quarry dump and spall stabilization, which is a big menace in the mining area and particularly when we do the quarrying. Similarly, for the embankment slope construction and maintenance, there I feel embankment road construction, it should be compulsorily done, because now this activity of slope protections on any of the hill slope as well as the embankment slope is not being done. And jute textile is very effective there. I'll come how it is. Hill slope cutting, cut slope and maintenance. Similarly, the subgrade improvement. Nowadays, the existing soil, as a civil engineer, we have to utilize all the natural soil available. So how to strengthen that thing? How that subgrade improvement is done by jute textile. And in hill road, we say one problem for the road maintenance. In fact, there are 3 problems. There's a water, second is also water, and third is also water. And because of the poor drainage, this road fails. So here is a big solution. And similarly, river training work, wind erosion, extremely cold climate area maintenance, and protection from the refractive cracking in the pavement, and similarly the ground improvement of the marshy land using geowebs. So there are these are the work which I have personally got it done, and in the next to this thing there are some theory thing, because students are there, so I jotted down some things, but since most of people are already aware about these things, so that they can visit the slide later on, I'll skip it there because I know the time is very precious, and theory part of it madam has taken so well, so that I need not to focus on to that thing. Okay, so I'll quickly go around how the geosynthetics, and now by the talk of the town is the geonatural. So our jute geotextile is actually qualifying in the top level amongst all the geonaturals available in this thing, and as well as it can have it can match all the strength of their man-made counterpart if we do little bit of combination. If you synthesize it with some other fabric, you can achieve all those strength what the other fabrics in the communities are having. So why this jute geotextile is to be used? Because firstly it is a highly moisture absorbing capacity, and second thing is the excellent drapability. None of the fiber is having the drapability better than this thing, and how effective this drapability is there, this is we will explain it in the later on. Similarly, there is a high initial strength, but the negative side is there, then after some time it loses strength, maybe at least after 1 year. So that also we need to be addressed. Then this can be made tailor-made, like whatever the requirement is there, accordingly we can design our fabric. It's a biodegradable, as well as it promotes germination, growing of the seeds, and it improves the soil structure. This is very good property. And similarly, it's renewable resources. It is make in India product, and it is easily available. The quantity of the jute is produced is coming to the industry is just about 5 to 10% only. I came to know that 90 to 95% jute produced is being used for the other work, which can be very well brought to this industry, and it is not only economic, but at the same time it is very effective. As I was telling you, this jute textile for the landslide is being used since last about 2002, but the jute actually are being used in road construction since 1920. So more than almost about 100 years. And in India, first it was used in 1934, but thereafter in the road industry the takeoff was very slow. In fact, we need to focus little bit by addressing the problem why this is not being used for the road industry, in spite of so much of experience, well experienced product and effective product. So there are the guidelines for the use of the geotextile, very well documented by the MORTH, Indian Road Congress, and RDSO, Railway, and similarly it has been incorporated in many schedule of rates. Similarly, there are many IS code available for the use of jute textile in the construction industry. It performs basic 5 functions: separation, filtration and drainage, initial reinforcement, control of surface soil detachment, and lastly but not the least, vegetation and the biotechnical support. So separation, it separates 2 layers which tends to intermix. Road construction is done in layers. Initially layer is the little bit of granular subbase, and thereafter the metal layer comes. When they intermix, they lose the performance of each and every one. So not to mix them, a small quantity of jute textile comes into play, and which does a fantastic function of separation as well as consolidation of the individual layers by making filter cake. JGT is very effective in drainage. As I was telling, the road maintenance has got only one problem, that is the water, and water is very taken care because the drain JGT acts as a drain within its own thickness and across the thickness, as well as it is the material which accelerates the consolidation. It is having permittivity as well as transpitivity very high, and it has got two contrasting functions: soil retention, at the same time it has got the fantastic permeability. So these are the two contrasting functions. Like soil retention means when we have all the grains of the soil together, they need to compact and they lose their permittivity, their permeability, ability to pass the water through. But JGT helps to great extent to maintain their permeability. JGT acts as an initial reinforcement. So that you all know, JGT has got all these advantages. So I'll just skip. So control of the soil detachment, you will come to know by seeing the photographs, and it reduces the runoff. JGT is very helpful in controlling the runoff because it takes away all the topsoil. So it protects your soils, it allows air and light to go inside, and it acts as a nutrient for the seeds, for the germination as well as their growth after the biodegradation. JGT acts as a small check dam which stores water onto the road on the slope surface, and approximately 2.87 liter per square meter water can be stored by JGT. This is in addition to what they are holding in their own thread. This thread gets swelled up to 150% in diameter when they are water is absorbed there, as well as it is stored. So this stored water acts as a check dam which prevents the soil down below to get damaged, dislodged from the kinetic energy of the rain, as well as get sedimentation, takes this finer grains of the soil inside the soil mass and make it consolidate. So all these advantages are there, but the roads are generally failing. We are seeing construction industry, road construction industry growing like this year Ministry's budget, Ministry of Road Transport Highway, I am not talking about the state thing, but alone Ministry of Road Transport is having 3 lakhs crore rupees of the budget for the 2025, and most of them goes for the maintenance, as well as we see the road constructed are getting very badly damaged in one monsoon. So the reason is there are so many new things which has to come, and then the construction thing, like your pavement thickness is little less than the CBR, and then the traffic load is coming. To how to improve that load bearing capacity, intermixing of the subgrade, I told you how to check that thing, and drainage we have to see the thing, and the bearing course, how we have to check the bearing course is lived to its life. So JGT helps in this manner to a great extent. So I'll just skip here. How is there is a limitation. JGT has got one limitation, that it has got less life. After 1 year, it gets decomposed, degradable. So I have we have studied that this degradation doesn't harm the functionality of the road surface, but at the same time, in the engineer's mind, it is there. Okay, after 1 year, if it is getting decomposed, then we have to find out the other solution for that. That's why they go for the synthetic textile, and which is coming from all abroad, and they are being used at various places because of seeing their surfacial strength. But this particular thing, as a brainstorming, we have to see that thing. I have done some study onto this also. We will share it later on. Hybridization. So this needs to be done for the jute textile to make it giving their strength as well as requirement of the use, what all parameter they require. So this hybridization by mixing various other fabric we can do. In landslide, as you have seen in the film, I have done work in many landslide area. Particularly, this was for the first time when we have done a controlled landslide using jute textile. The textile fabric which looks so weak, but it has come up so strong that you will surprise that like this we have done many slide area rehabilitated. Why it is effective, how it is effective. This is the topic for the research scholar for their studies. How and why this is getting this thing, to further detail, as a research scholar, you people have to take a challenge. Earlier, the landslide area used to look like this. Mud is flowing, and this used to happen every year. In fact, after every big rain, 8 to 10 times every year. Meghalaya has experienced the heaviest rain, you know. So at that time, this all soil turns into the mud, flowing with the big boulders, and road is completely remain closed for 6 to 8 months. There we have done, you can see the big boulders are flowing with the mud. This one boulder is weighing more than 40 to 60 tons. They are flowing. But we have tamed all these things by using a simple 500 GSM jute geotextile. How? असम में जब ये पहली बार बनते हुए दिखा था, तो लोगों ने कहा था कि ये तो हमारे सोनापुर को साड़ी पहना रहे हैं. Because it used to look like a sari only, 1 meter, 1.2 meter wide yarn and the long 16 गज 18 गज की साड़ी जैसे लगता था, और पूरे साइड एरिया को हमने ये साड़ी पहनाई थी. And you will surprise, after doing this simple exercise, of course with the under the guidance of IZIRA pupil Mr. Sanyal and Mr. Chaudhary, they came all the way from Kolkata to see the thing, how it is to be done nicely, and they in fact train the laborers also to make it effective. And with their effort, after putting up all, you can see we have not removed anything from there. The existing material is just covered with this textile. Down below we grow some bamboo grass seeds with some fertilizer, so that they are overlapped, stitched, so that there should be no gap in between the interval layers. And in one rain, you can see this fabric completely sticks to the soil mass. This is drapability. This quality is not there with any other fabric. If you use geosynthetics, which may be having very high strength, but they won't have the, बचपन में कहानी सुनी होगी पंचतंत्र की. एक किसान ने अपने बच्चों को 5 लकड़ियां दी थी और कहा इंडिविजुअली इसको तोड़ो. सारे तोड़ चुके, बट अगर वो 5 लकड़ी एक बार बोला ठीक है आप फिर से लाओ और मैं बांध के देता हूं, आप तोड़ो, तो they were not able to break it up. That is the strength of the combination, unity. So this fabric made all those stone, soil and all the other material combined together, and they acted, and this was a solid mass. After 1 year, this was a solid mass. It was not a flowing mass, it was a solid rock. You can see after some time there is a grass seed started sprouting, and after some time the grass was very good. But after 1 year, because of the sharp edges of the stone and the very intense rain, this fabric was vanished. As you can see, fabric was not there. But you can see inside it, all the soil mass, it was not moving, it was all bounded together. Thereafter, we laid the fabric again with additional seeds, and then after that, this slide became totally, you can see the crystal clear water is coming down. Earlier it used to be a mud flow, but not a small grain of soil is coming down. This is the beauty of Jute geotextile. With the help of Jute geotextile, we have in fact retained all their fines inside the soil mass, which imparted the strength to the soil mass, and thereafter it became rock and nothing was moved. So this was the practice, and we have not used any reinforcement. We have not done any chemical treatment, but if we do so, we will see how other slides were tamed. Like this landslide, later on we made more modification to that, and now it is stable. Anybody is coming from Meghalaya, you can see that famous Meghalaya to Agartala Tripura road is passes through the Sonapur area. Now we have made a cut and cover tunnel also, and this landslide is absolutely no problem thereafter. So if we cover the entire area like this, we can see all these bamboo grass, which has got very long root system. It anchors all the rock pieces, boulders and the soil together, and joint action of all these things will make them very strong and stable. So this was the simple theory. Now in the details, if we want the research scholar wanted to know how this has happened, at what rate it has happened, this is a this is the thing which we can find it out. Now this slide has completed 21 years. So anybody visiting there, they can see all the soil mass. Seeing this, Doordarshan has made a film, documentary film, and they relayed at a very prime time so that everybody should see that thing. So thereafter some more projects have been taken up with this, but not many. Unfortunately, this jute industry, which used to, actually it was required to come forward by them and take this as a model, so that this project should be taken to all the other road users, road designers, and then the planner, so that they can use this thing. This is already done now. It is with a very little cost. No structure have been made. What we have made is a flexible wall using a simple geo wire net, which is not a costly thing. It is made flexible just to accommodate their movement. You can see we have marked a cross over there also to mark their movement. Like you can see at one point there is a white marking is done. So these are the small pointer. This used to be measured by the high resolution camera for their micro movement with the scientific study, so that the soil mass is moving at what speed and what direction. This used to be done. So we found out there is the movement was minimal. Second thing which I have done is in Madhya Pradesh. This is called famous, in Madhya Pradesh there is a place Amarkantak. Many of you must be knowing. It's a famous place from where the Narmada takes origin. And one more river, Sonati. So there are in fact 3 rivers originate from Amarkantak, and the Khati, it is a Mekal region of mountain in Satpura. It's a very unstable in this particular region. Kirar Ghat is called, and road used to remain closed for 4 to 6 months every year because of the heavy rock mass movement. This all was a boulder stacked together, and the road was without, you can see the slope was nearly 85 to 90 degree, and the road was just cut. The small amount of the rainwater used to dislodge any one stone down below, and all the other stone at the top started tumbling, and road used to remain closed, and crores of rupees of maintenance was to be done every year. This year this challenge was in fact 2002-04 only. The challenge was given to me that okay, you have done so many of things. This is actually a different problem. I was looking after the different area. So this was given as a special project. Okay, you do it before monsoon, so that this monsoon we don't want any road closure, because of there is a certain commitment of the there's a Kavad Yatra. Amarkantak is famous for that thing. So there are many pilgrimages are there. They wanted not even a small boulder should get fallen down from there, and no, this road cannot be closed. So we did this work in monsoon season, and you can see, if it is permitted, I'll give you a small video. You can see the complete Ghat is not only a beautiful place, it's worth watching. This year in IRC conference, I presented a detailed paper which is available onto the website of IRC 83. If you want to see that thing, that's a complete video or presentation onto that thing, how step by step is taken. Here the important thing is that jute textile mixed with certain other things have been used so phenomenally. This complete thing is turned green. You can see these are the greenery which is in another landslide area, which is 100% rock. In the joints only there is some gap where the root system is going there. Here also you can see the creepers have been grown onto the rock faces. This all boulders stacked together one over the other, and in the gap of this thing the creepers, roots of the creeper is going, and then the creepers are coming up. This complete area is green. It's not only green, it is stable. Just a glimpse if it is there. Okay, this is another landslide area. Again, this is a 100% rock, but it is very badly jointed rock which used to get fallen. Here also we have used jute, but to give more strength we have used a steel wire net at the top of it. So the jute has provided the support. In the fissure the grass started growing. This is the bird eye view of the complete section. You can see it's almost about 500-meter long section passing through the 100% hard rock area, which was cut by special technique, which is called cheese cutting, and thereafter in the joint to make the joint stable, we have used jute fiber, bolting, and then the geonet, so that this area became completely stable. So video I'll show you if it is time is there at the top. It's also worth seeing. And thirdly, most important thing is the embankment slope. All the roads we are making onto the urban embankment, and you must be knowing that all the embankment are to be designed for a certain slope, 1:2 or something like that, but not at many places. In fact, most of the places the slope is not maintained. They are to be, as shown in the drawing, they should be straight, so that any vehicle which is over topper, they should be gradually going down. They should not meet with the accident. Otherwise, suddenly you will find in the slope the boulders are there, the rough places are there, and absolutely no grass is there. So that in the dusty season, in the wind season, there is a lot of dust is coming into the environment, which is not only hazardous, but it is unwarranted. And in the design, it is catered, very well catered, that these slopes should be made green and stable. This can be very easily done using jute geotextile. Here you can see embankment is under construction. Slopes are never compacted. Roller is running onto the top, and the slopes are always loose. This causes, in the flood season, whenever there is a flood or the rains, the complete slope is washed away. What we will do, we will put some more earth in the loose state and try to maintain it that thing. In the next rainy season, all these valuable soil will go again into the river and finally filling up the dams. If we do it nicely as deliberated in the technical specification, put some clay layer, put some grass seeds and the bamboo seeds and whatnot, but in one rain, you will find a lot of bullying takes place. All the rainwater, rain cuts are there, which takes away most of the soil. And the gully increases exponentially. With every rain, the gradient is increasing, and at that time, more amount of soil is getting down. So your earth embankment, and this is happening everywhere. To check that thing, we have got a provision in the schedule of rate about 250 to 300 rupees per square meter, which is for the turfing, growing grass, as well as putting on the layer of stone, which is called stone pitching. But it is not required. It can be done in a cost of less than 60 rupees per square meter using jute geotextile. You can see the bullying increasing, and this is the small thing which we require: 250 GSM fabric with some bamboo sticks. We just make a small trench and anchor one of the edge of the stick at one place, and Professor Chaudhary has very well demonstrated and trained the laborers over there, so that they have been made little bit of overlap, and then they are laid along the slope, and thereafter the complete thing below it there are some grass seeds. And very interestingly, after just 1 month or so, this complete work was done. For a few kilometers of this thing was done. Flood came. Now this place is Silchar to Karimganj in district Kachar in Assam. The flood used to come every now and then. This complete area was submerged. Earlier, what used to happen, the complete embankment slope used to get washed away. Here, not even a grain of soil has gone away. In fact, there the residual of the conker have get deposited onto the top of it. This complete embankment mass was consolidated, and after this, a complete big beautiful grass has been grown onto this thing, and it can never go from that place. This 250 GSM fabric, which is costing not even 30 rupees per square meter, it is just to be laid with some grass seed, cost may not be more than 50 rupees per square meter. Whereas the government in the schedule of rate, most of the places, Assam also is having a provision of this thing. They have got 200 rupees, 50 rupees per square meter of provision for putting up the turfing onto the slope, which can be very easily done. So this is the why I am showing you this thing for the industry people. We are constructing like this so many kilometers of the roads. In fact, already constructed roads, they are not maintaining the slope. As a road user, as a civilian of the society, you have to raise your why these slopes are not made 1:2 and not in a smooth manner, so that a bike or a car when goes down, they should go easily. It should not get harmed. So this is the purpose, and at the same time their body of the structure, embankment, remains intact. In Ladakh, there is a problem of lot of wind erosion. So likewise the problem is there in Rajasthan, in Gujarat and many places where the fine grained soils are there in the loose state. With every wind they used to take away all the costly minerals and then the fine material from the top. And finally the soil started falling down and creating lot of environment pollution also. To check that thing, we have used jute textile. You can see the soil is so loose that one cannot climb onto the top of it. But just lay a jute textile. How thing you have seen that we have laid jute textile, and second where we have not laid jute textile, and pour some water from the top of it. You can see that where the area which is covered with the jute textile get vertically compacted, whereas the right side where you are not, sorry, that will be from your right side, yes. It is not covered with jute textile, it is all the debris are getting down and the water, the river below it is getting muddy. So this is the Sindhu river. At the bank of it, all the dirty water, silt used to go, which we have retained by putting the jute textile. And after putting jute textile, we did little bit of grass seeding also, as well as some fruit plantation also. You will surprise where you were not able to stand. Now it is a garden, you can very easily walk, and you have grown all sorts of vegetables over there. You can see in winter it used to be covered with snow, and after that winter all the seeds whatever we have grown, jute textile has helped them to sprout, and all the vegetables are coming up at the grassland. So you can see the cabbage and then so many other things have started coming from that. Similarly, one more thing which was very interesting, a twice airfield. Those who have gone in Ladakh, Nubra Valley, they might have seen there is an airfield in Nubra Valley which is called twice. It's strategically very important. If you have to see the photograph, there is a huge mountains all along the airfield, and they are all loose material, whereas boulders are entangled at many places, and whenever one boulder gets dislodged, while coming down it brings so many other boulders to follow. Because of their own kinetic energy impact, they used to come to airfield down below, and the airmen who are residing near the runway, they have to have their lifetime experience. At night nobody knows which boulder will struck which hut, and it was a regular phenomena. There also we have used jute geotextile, which was a big project about 3 km long, and almost about 50 to 100 meter high mountains were there. So part of it we have covered, and here we have utilized all the entangled boulder, anchored it, covered with the jute textile, grown some seeds, put some safety barrier walls by wire grating, and thereafter watering it. This is all vertically compacted. So this was twice airfield. Similarly, other airfield which was a slush area where even a bamboo or the jute textile, when you laid it, used to get slipped down. So there we anchored with some balli and integrated them with wire and covered with the jute textile. That was also come up nicely. This particular paper I presented in IST Journal in 2003. So IST Journal, this was also appreciated. This is using similar bamboo, ballis and jute textile. We have grown grass, and all the vulnerable area, moving area was made stable. There are photographs available in the ISIRA website also. It is there in Manipur and Nagaland area. Next thing is that so far any question? पीछे बिल्कुल आराम से बैठे हैं, मेरे को लगता है कुछ आवाज भी नहीं है, तो शायद सो तो नहीं है भाई? हेलो? या ओके, थैंक यू. तो भाई देखो ऐसा है कि अगर ज्यादा स्पीड से हो तो स्लो करा सकते हो, बट मुझे समय भी देखना है कि आपको सर को मैंने जो कमिटमेंट दिया है कि आई वाज टू कंप्लीट दिस थिंग इन 1 hour, आई एम ट्राइंग टू डू सो. तो अगर कहीं कोई वो है तो मुझे बता सकते हैं. एंड सबग्रेड इम्प्रूवमेंट, ये भी एक एकदम नई चीज है। सबग्रेड इम्प्रूवमेंट जूट टेक्सटाइल से करना, इसके लिए हमने ऑलरेडी जो है नॉन वूवन और वूवन दोनों तरह के टेक्सटाइल यूज किए हैं सर। और इसमें करना क्यों जरूरी होता है, इस अपग्रेड में मैंने जैसे बताया कि नीचे की लेयर होती है हमारी मोस्टली ग्रेनुलर मटेरियल जो कि मुरुम या सॉफ्ट स्टोन्स की होती है, जिसको हम GSBC लेयर कहते हैं, और ऊपर का पूरा स्टोन मेटल का लेयर होता है जिसको WBM WML कहते हैं। इन दोनों का नेचर ये होता है कि पत्थर जो है इसमें पंचर करते हैं नीचे, और विद द पैसेज ऑफ ट्रैफिक ये नीचे इंटरमिंगल हो जाता है, तो फंक्शनलिटी ऑफ GSBC लेयर खत्म होती है, और सिमिलरली जो डिप्रेशन क्रिएट होते हैं WMM लेयर में वो पेवमेंट को डैमेज करते हैं। तो जूट एक्ट्स एज ए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल देयर। इट्स नॉट इनिशियली अगर हम देखेंगे सेपरेशन लेयर के साथ साथ में कंसोलिडेशन का काम करता है इंडिविजुअल लेयर्स को बाय टेकिंग आउट ऑफ द एक्सेस वाटर। तो ये काम भी हमने जूट टेक्सटाइल सिंपल रोड में बिछा कर दो तो इसकी फंक्शनलिटी बहुत अच्छी है। ड्रेनेज, अदर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज द ड्रेनेज। जूट प्लेज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल in drainage. Where the space is not available for the movement of the traffic and the pedestrian, we can have the encapsulated drains. We have got a jute fabric in the cylindrical shape, stitched together in the cylindrical shape, and fill it with some granular material, sand or gravel, or otherwise we can simply having a trench and wrap it with the jute textile material fabric, so that this drain does not occupy space of the traffic. Traffic can move from it. At the same time, the water is taken to the nearest drainage place. Similarly, the vertical drains, that is also been developed long back by ISIRA, and these vertical drains are required for the consolidation of the softer soil. Like series of the vertical bores are done, and these things are inserted, so they accelerates the consolidation to a great extent that the soft soil is consolidated very fast, taking all the pore water from the and the consolidation. After that, your existing structure at top will become stable. Similarly, for drainage control, there is a true problem. The water comes from the top, bituminous layer is porous. It comes to the below the GSBC layer, and similarly the subgrade, which is saturated, and wherever the water table is high, through capillary it used to come down. If there is a separation layer of jute textile, it takes out the water effectively, and it helps in consolidation of both the things without any damages. One more problem in hill area mostly, in fact we had this problem in Srinagar airfield also, is the water oozing. Water oozing basically where the subgrade has got their inbuilt depression, so the natural drainage towards one end is not there, so this water get accumulated in those saucer like thing. At top it is all the bituminous concrete and whatever is there, but when it is dried up, so this accumulated water used to come through capillary to the top, and the wet patches used to are appearing, which are actually getting the road damaged in every movement of the vehicle. With every movement of the vehicle, the road gets damaged, and particularly the aircraft people used to be scared. So this thing like why the water is coming from the those who have gone and seen the Srinagar airfield in 2000, there was a very severe problem. Once the airfield was done, thereafter the water starts coming from Kumar sir must have visited Srinagar airfield. So in 2000, just after the Kargil operation, and it was extensively used in the Kargil operation, I constructed that thing, sir. There we have seen a lot of spot where the water started coming from the down below. So this particular thing, water oozing, the treatment days, people suggested so many things. You know, you cut the hole and take the water down below. That nothing worked. The finally thing is that all these concealed drains, cut a thing, put a geonet and recompacted with the bituminous thing. This was very effective, and all the water oozing spot was rectified. So this water oozing problem is there in the road also, particularly hill area where the water table is high. So whenever the soft patches come, the water table strikes the road surface, and from some point of the time surface, the road water started coming out. So jute textile, these are blind drains, which we call it as a blind drain. They are very effective in that thing. They take out all the water from the subgrade, and take it to the nearest drain. We can have the concealed drain also, and this is the drainage arrangement for to check that area wherever the water oozing is there. We have to have this drainage diagram and philosophy for taking out the this water. This is again a blind drain, wherever the blind drain can be made with the non-woven textile also, as well as close knitted fabric having a cylindrical shape that can be used. GeoWab, this is a recent development in this thing, GeoWab, which is done in, those who have gone in that place, Manali. This is a mountain which is very, very soft and sinking area. Wherever the sinking area is, Assam and Meghalaya and this Himachal Pradesh, all this Himalayan mountain, at many places there is a soft sinking area. Construction of a road there is a really challenge. There, this GeoWab is very effective, and now with the development, nowadays the synthetic GeoWabs are there, very, very costly. This existing GeoWabs can be tailor-made to the required strength, as well as they can be treated for giving longevity. So that there we have done some experiment over there, and this particular thing was from some like a GeoWab, normal sand is to be filled, but this GeoWab, particularly existing GeoWab, if it is treated with two things, like I have tried with using this GeoWab treated with by jute is basically getting eaten away by fungus, bacteria. Because of their fungus is active, because of the cellulose present into that thing, fungus develop very fast. To check that thing, if like trichoderma, I use trichoderma 0.1% water solution mixed with nanotech. Nanotech is a water repellent agent, sir, and thereafter putting some emulsion, 1:2 dilution, 1 kg emulsion, 2 kg water. All these things put together, soak your fabric into that thing, sir. You have provided me the samples, we got it done. So now we are testing it for the life cycle. Like now we can have repeated dry and wet cycle, so that it is not affected by the fungus, bacteria, as well as it has got retained strength for at least 5 years. So because we know that in jute life in general environment condition is 1 year. I'm not talking about the Ladakh and the Rajasthan area. Ladakh, we have got very, very long life there, sir. Because of the winter area, there is no fungus developed over there. So the jute textile we laid in Ladakh in 2012. Mr. Chaudhary visited that place, the wind erosion. So in 2012, sir, 2011-12, we have laid a jute textile in Upshi Sarchu Road. And आज भी सर उसका color भी brown है. It is not even black. So you can imagine that has got the life is a component of, because of this, it's a life cycle. Attack with the to resist the environmental forces. One of which is the bacteria and then the fungus. If you have that check balance for the bacteria and fungus, as well as then the water is also enemy, so you have some water repellent agent. Nanotech has got a very beautiful this thing. It mixed with emulsion. You soak that thing. Particularly whatever fabric we are laying in the subgrade as well as in the GeoWab, they need to be treated to make its longevity. And once you perform a long term, I would request the professor from the Serampore College to take it as a project. We do the simple treatment. I'll give the recipe for that thing. If you treat that thing, the life cycle is definitely going to be many, many more than 5 years. So if we achieve that thing, we will achieve the purpose of having our product. Like those who have got in this mind, like, okay, this is only for 1 year, so now it is not the thing. All these things can be treated very well. Quarry dump area, sir. All these quarry dump area are managed to the society, because all the quarry spalls and then the mining spalls are put together and heaped together near the town. And with one rain, they used to come all along the river bed and underground water sources, and all the water inside the town in shadow, this particular thing, Singrauli and all, or wherever the mines are there, the water has got a lot of salts into that thing. Because of all these things have been gone into inside the soil. To check that thing, environmentalists, we have to grow grass onto the upper bit. It's very simple. Gullying is taking place with the rains. You just sprinkle the seeds, lay geotextile, the area will turn green. And it will get compacted also. So thereafter the minimum salt will enter into the soil, groundwater. So that is also possible. dump area. And nowadays the problem because of the heavy traffic. Now every time our axle load is increasing. Earlier our roads are designed for 11.2 metric ton of axle load. And many people knows that the axle load presently with the vehicle is going up to 40 ton and more. Right? क्यों भाई? अभी axle load कितना हो जा रहा है? Anybody? गाड़ियों में जो चल के आता है वजन कितना हो जाता है? 40-50 टन की गाड़ियां तो देखी होंगी चलते हुए। तो इतने एक्सेल लोड के साथ में होता क्या है, रोड की सरफेस पे क्रैक हो जाते हैं। तो इन क्रैक को रोकने के लिए हमें क्या करना है? ओपन मैश जूट टेक्सटाइल सोक्ड विथ नैनोटेक एंड इमल्शन, lay over it, put a primer coat onto the top of it so that these cracks are filled with partially with bitumen and reinforced with your grid. Option is there with the glass grid also, but that will be costing you a lot of money as well as taking the technology from the outside. This is indigenous project. You can lay that thing and you can sandwich with some other fabric to make it more stronger if it is required. Otherwise, it takes the shape of the road surface and the reflective cracking will not occur. Protection of river bank. This is again a project in the basin of Narmada I have carried out very recently on some road. I'll show you some photograph. You can see this was the tributary to the Narmada and it was in very steep gradient terrain. The river down below used to take very sharp turn and eats away all the roads, road embankment. And road used to literally overhang, it was not fit for the traffic. There also we did some jute fiber fabric reinforced with some micro piling at the base of it to anchor that down below. And you can see this is working as a spillway also. From the top also the water is coming, from the down also the water is coming, across the road is also water is coming, but the road is intact. The work has been completed now nearly 2 to 3 years back. You can see another here. There is another traditional wall we have constructed which is not on the micro pile. And inside it is covered with a geotextile and put some aggregate over there. The traditional wall you can see where we have done the traditional wall to wall construction, and another side which is small, it is a micro pile wall construction. You can see the river is attracted towards the traditional wall constructed. So the thing is that the river is attracted where we are doing the traditional thing, it is getting damaged. Now once it is attracting towards that thing, it is going to get damaged in the flood season. So to check that, whereas it is repelled, it is distracted from the micropiling thing because it is anchored together, and jute fabric has in fact anchored all those soil below it, so that even if the surface runoff is not getting doing any problem, any harm to this thing. So here also this river used to take this thing. The now road is also widened. Not only there the width is restored, in fact it is very much widened and made it stable also. Now it's not going to go away anywhere. So the conclusion is GGT is to be treated with antifungal, antibacterial and water repellent agents that I was telling you. We have tried trichoderma, nanotech and diluted emulsion, which was, I found it very effective, but only thing is that it is the topic for the research scholars and the college people to study more. I would request NJB to at least fund it there so that how to make it longer. And industry people should come forward that thing your jute can be made for 5 years of life cycle, then your target is achieved. That problem will go away. Similarly, the awareness has to be created amongst the engineers and the planners. In spite of doing the work since last about 21 years myself and by the other scientists since last more than 100 years, the jute is not being used in the road construction industry to that extent which is actually to be done. So here more awareness like creating a bridge between the consulting engineers, road construction agency, planner as well as the jute industry. If we can showcase our thing, like what all we have done. We have done the work in World War II also using jute geotextiles, and I have shown in the first slide. But thereafter where the thing, because at that time it was an urgency, those roads are still successful, and wherever I have used, I promise you, wherever the work is being done, anyone can go there and see their thing, and it's very well documented, those are all safe. But उसके बावजूद भी they have not been showcased in the manner it should be done. Just to, you know, and thereafter of course there should be a study, like, you know, पोस्ट मॉर्टम जिसको कहते हैं, हमको उसके बाद में नहीं करना चाहिए कि भाई नाउ क्या क्या चेंजेस हुए, हमारे जूट की स्ट्रेंथ क्या रही, सॉइल की स्ट्रेंथ क्या हुई, परमिबिलिटी क्या हुआ, ऑल दिस पैरामीटर इफ इट इज रिकॉर्डेड एंड वेल डॉक्यूमेंटेड, तो खाली आईआरसी जनरल में छापने से या मिनिस्ट्री की गाइडलाइन देने से ये नहीं होता है. लोगों को विश्वास दिलाना पड़ेगा कि भाई ये काम अगर अपन ऐसे कर सकते हैं तो ये कम दाम में भी होगा और सस्टेनेबल भी होगा, एंड एट द सेम टाइम इज देयर जो समाज के लिए, इन्वायरमेंट के लिए उपयोगी है वो जरूर होगा, तभी हम जूट का एक्चुअल उपयोग ले पाएंगे. एंड इसके लिए एनजेबी से मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है कि सर ऐसी कोई एक टीम बनाएं कि जिससे थोड़ी सी अवेयरनेस बढ़े, और मिनिस्ट्री ने जो गाइडलाइंस निकाली है वो बार बार उनको बतानी होगी. और तीसरा काम हमें जो करना है वो ये करना है कि हमें इसके सारे किस्म के शेड्यूल ऑफ रेट में और डीपीआर में इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए राइट प्लेटफॉर्म पे गुजारिश करनी होगी सर. तो इसके बाद में है सर कि एक और जो है मेरा इसमें बड़ा दिल से मानना है कि एम्बैंकमेंट की जो टर्फिंग हम नहीं करते हैं, विच इज कॉजिंग सो मच ऑफ हार्म, ये कंपलसरी होनी चाहिए जूट टेक्सटाइल से. इट इज नॉट ओनली इकोनॉमिकल सर, ये एमपी आरआरडीए के, हमारे मध्य प्रदेश आरआरडीए के शेड्यूल ऑफ रेट में 250 रुपीज पर स्क्वायर मीटर का कास्ट से हमको टर्फिंग करना है. बट कॉन्ट्रैक्टर पैसा बचाने के लिए और डिपार्टमेंट जो करने के लिए होता है, ये काम नहीं करो तो क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है, कहीं तो होता ही रहा है, तो हम वो पैसा सेव कर रहे हैं. बट एट द सेम टाइम अगर वो हम करते हैं तो जूट टेक्सटाइल की मदद से हम 50-60 रुपए पर स्क्वायर मीटर में कर सकते हैं. वी कैन सेव द नेशनल मनी आल्सो सर, और एट द सेम टाइम हम पूरे एम्बैंकमेंट को प्रोटेक्ट कर लेंगे पूरी जिंदगी के लिए. एक बार अगर उस पर घास लग गई तो उसकी जड़ें बाकी समय उसका काम करती रहती है, जूट रहे या ना रहे. इसके बाद में सर अगर इसको हम स्ट्राइक फोरम पे लें तो विंड इरोजन की भी जो प्रॉब्लम है बहुत सारा है सर. यूपी में, गुजरात में, राजस्थान में बहुत ज़्यादा जहाँ पे फाइन सॉइल है, विंड इरोजन के कारण काफ़ी सारी डस्ट बनती है. ये सारी ख़त्म हो जाएगी अगर हम इसको कवर करके रखें. और बड़े आसानी से हमने लद्दाख जैसी जगह में करके देखा है सर, जहाँ इतनी तेज विंड चलती है और इतनी फाइन सॉइल है कि वो हमेशा आफ्टरनून में वो डस्ट स्टॉर्म नहीं चलता है. लेकिन हमने अगर इससे इसको कवर कर दिया तो डस्ट स्टॉर्म तो डेफिनेटली बंद होंगे सर. वो सॉइल जो इनसाइड रहेगी वो धीरे धीरे कंसोलिडेट हो करके उसके ऊपर में भी घास उग जा रही है, सब्जियाँ उग रही हैं. देन देयर आफ्टर एसओआर और डीपीआर में इंक्लूड करने की बात की मैंने. और एक और चीज़ हमें करनी है विद चूंकि फैकल्टी है हमारी रिसर्च की, तो ये कंपोजिट्स आर टू बी डेवलप्ड. वी हैव टू हैव सम कंपोजिट टू मेक इट्स लाइफ साइकिल फंक्शनलिटी इंप्रूवमेंट एज वेल एज दिस थिंग कास्ट टेलमेंट के. तो नेचुरल फैब्रिक इतने सारे हैं सर, तो कहना तो बहुत कुछ था, बट विद दिस आई थैंक यू एवरीबडी. Thank you so much sir for giving me the opportunity, and with the all sincere wishes that jute industry people will take this presentation of these items whatever I have presented further to the other needy and the person in the field, so that this work can be taken. Thank you so much sir.
Thank you so much Sunil Verma sir for your wonderful presentation on application of jute geotextile in different civil engineering fields. It was really a very insightful presentation showed by you, and we are very thankful to you for sharing your practical life experiences where you have used jute geotextile during your working tenure and you have got excellent results. I am sure the results which were highlighted by you will definitely make the industry people more interested in promoting jute geotextile and getting into the markets of civil engineering and promoting JGT more and more, and making a bigger, what I can say, a better and greener future for our next generations. So thank you sir. Now I would request Molika Datta madam to take the dais and announce regarding the next presentation of the seminar.
Thank you. Actually, it's a great honor to have this kind of audience who are listening and to us over a longer period of time. Now I like to call upon Mahadev sir to facilitate Dr. Mohua Homchoduri madam. She is the scientist, nodal officer, Patent Information Center, West Bengal State Council of Science and Technology, Department of Science and Technology and Biotechnology, Government of West Bengal. And next session will be going to be handed to her. Madam, please. Mahadev sir, a small request to you. Can you do the honor to our own Shomo to felicitate him? Shomo, please, because you are a torchbearer of Institute of Jute Technology. Now it is known as the DJFT, Department of Jute and Fiber Technology, University of Calcutta. We are so very proud of you. Little bit faster, kids. Little bit faster. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Who has contributed a lot in all these technical projects.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. So I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Molika Datta to invite me in this occasion. So I am actually, it is my privilege to interact among so much of stalwart personalities. So it's a very good session which I was just hearing. But whenever there is there is technology, when there is invention, there comes the question of intellectual property. So which is a buzzword throughout the world nowadays. And India becoming 39th position from 85 to 39 position in Global Innovation Index. So it is very pertinent in this situation to discuss about intellectual property rights. And as Dr. Datta, who is the award-winning member of our department for patents, because her recent inventions, which was based on jute composite, she has already presented that. So our department has awarded a patent for particularly for this invention, which is a joint patent, but we have decided, which is a very good R&D project funded by our department, that will be granted patent through our department only. And this award was given to her. Even there was another award, Technology Development Adaptation Center Award. She also received that award from Department of Science and Technology and Biotechnology. So when there is invention, when there is new word, so new technology led to invention. And when there is invention, we need to talk about the solution. So from morning to night, we are actually handled so much of problems. Sam has nicely delivered how the geotextile solves many more problems in hilly regions, even not only hilly regions and other applications also. And also Madam also presented how jute composite will be helpful in one example is there also. So in this way, so what we have to do? We know everyone that we have lots of intellectual property, but we are not concentrating to India becoming at least among top 5 countries, because there is huge opportunities in India and very good invention. When I have I found that one patent invention from Bidhan Chandra Krishi Vishwavidyalaya. Now today I am coming from BCKB. There was some deliberation on the IPR also. So the BCKB, that was the first patent I have handled. It is a simple underwater water sampler. So I thrust upon the work to find out what is the related patent in this particular area. What I have found, that all those patents in US, PTO and EPO, so it is very much critical. So that simple underwater sampler, which is a simple wear only and a simple design at the bottom, it becomes a very simple technology and it was patented afterwards. So when I joined, I thought it may be patented. Yes, patent word is very much simple. So identification of the problem is very, very important. Nowadays, wherever, in which department, which university I am going, most of the cases, there is only 5 area, the most of the invention is doing. That is IoT, Arduino and all these 5 area. However, to collect information, think creatively, doing the experiment and review, this is a very important thing. If we are not reviewing what is going on in our particular area. Suppose you have done a very good work on jute composite, which was filed patent. Before filing, we are actually looking into the related art in that particular area. If we do not know our location, where I stand, I will not actually go forward. If it is the repetitive work, reinventing the wheel, then it is not the invention. And then it is not the protected item in invention world or technology frontier. So that is why in the startup ecosystem, our department is there to facilitate, to file patent for the state. We are the only nodal agency for facilitating lots of GI and patents, trademark, copyright, design and all this. I think you all know Baluchori Shari, Dhaniakali Shari, Tangai, Gorod, Kadial, that was GI registered and we have done this. So this traditional, even after listening this all the session, I am thinking of why not jute? We may think of jute for GI registration because it's a long area it is producing in this particular West Bengal, and if there is some documentation in Gazette documentation for this particular jute item, we may file for GI registration also. That is will be our move forward, because ma'am has invited me here. So what to do? We have to work together and find out the small invention and traditional technology to actually protect through intellectual property. And even if we look into different aspects of technology transfer, madam has nicely presented about the technology readiness level regarding 8 up to 8. But the main 6 word is proper research, proper paperwork, pricing, publicity, partnership, and people's acceptance. I have added 1P, protection. If there is no protection, what happens? My colleague will protect our technology, my invention, and we will lose it. So it is very important, and paperwork is also very important. Who is the inventor? Every time digitally or through hard work, that hard file or whatever you may call, that documentation is necessary. Otherwise, we may lose many things. So India ranking in the Global Innovation Index 39th position. From 2017, it is a jump from 85 to 39. Though West Bengal is a backbencher after 2020. COVID situation, before COVID we were in 8th rank, now we are in 13th. So we need to work hard, because it is an intellectual capital, science capital, whatever you say. Till date, it is there. So we need to file and we need to work together on this particular aspect. So I want to mention another important thing. What is the difference between invention and innovation? When it is an idea and have some technology, after scanning the technology, it is a patentable format, it is invention. But if it is ready to market, it is innovation. So there is a timeline from 3 to 5 years from invention to innovation. So basically intellectual property, as we all know, it's a creation of mind or product of mind. Nowadays, all over the world, who is having this intellectual property? He is the main richest person in the world. As we all know, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, all. They actually working on AI and other different technology. But India is very much ahead of traditional technology and also manufacturing things, which actually India need to look up. So as you all know, but I'm just going to a very quick, what is patent? Patent is a grant for an invention, not for a discovery. If we discover some new properties of jute composite, suppose after preparation, if you find out that is not good invention, but the process of preparing the jute composite, which has certain sound absorption property and all whatever madam has developed in geotextile, that maybe that characterization, after characterization, it is a completely new product, then definitely it is a patentable item. Other than jute composite, we have another very nice innovation, but it was from a farmer. He developed jute reboner. It's a very simple machine. We have filed it, but after filing, when the first examination report to be submitted, he is not connecting to us. So, but it was published. It is a very fast jute reboning machine. I think he has many connections with West Bengal jute bodies, but till date it is not in the market. 2-3 products he has developed and supplied to North Bengal University because they have requested. So this is the case. So this patent is a territorial right. That means if we file in India, it should be effective in India. To be effective in different countries, we have to file in different countries. I am giving here a simple example. Lock. The lock can be patentable, yes. If a key is used to open the lock, and if another key is used to just close the lock, as NIT Jamshedpur has developed, when I was there, they are discussing about this. So that may be a new combination of lock and key, and even the digital lock. I am here, I have forgotten to close my door. So from here, if I operate my door, then it is a new invention. As in India, software is not patentable. What is patentable? That patentable item is that should be new product or new process. Otherwise, it will not be patentable. Process or product is patentable in India. So it is the main 3 criteria: novelty, inventiveness, and usefulness. Novelty criteria, that means it should be novel throughout the work. And what is inventive? Suppose there is 5 documents to your related research. 5 documents, you have got 5 documents. We are doing the patentability analysis. We got 5 documents to your area. Then combining these 5 documents, suppose this is D1, D2, D3, D4, D5. And combining this D5, if we get your invention D6, then it is not patentable. So this combination of idea is not patentable. It should be totally inventive. The technology gap should be overcome, that which we just discussed, development of jute composite based product and others. So example of a patent, here I am giving, this is a Korean patent for this particular helmet, there is 42 patents. So in one product, different patents may be protected. So what should patent office look for? Patent office look for file patent immediately. That means if you have some new idea, just file immediately. If you wait, if you publish, then it will be in the perishable item, because that idea will not be in the working condition, and any other student or colleague may file on this particular aspect. We all know Professor Acharya Jagadish Chandra Bose was not interested to file the patent. When I joined in this department 1999, I got this opportunity to find out this letter from Bose Institute, where it is written that technology, that telegraph company is in front of me, but I am not interested to file the patent. What happened? Marconi patented the idea. So it is true for every inventor, every academician, every scientist. And what happened afterwards? Swami Vivekananda requested Nivedita to go to Professor Bose, because Professor Bose has lots of invention. Afterwards, Professor Bose filed his patent in USPTO in 1904, and it is the first Indian patent in USPTO. So even when we look for the telephone technology, these are the different models, and ultimately this model got the patent. So if we look into this parrot, simple wire is there, but someone developed needle. That is why textile industry is so much. Someone developed this needle. We do not know the name, but there is different modification of needle also till date. For this needle, we are doing so much of fashionable dresses and all this. So this is a simple invention. Even for gem clip, simple litter. What is the problem of the simple litter? Problem is that if it touches the bucket, there may be chances of electrification. Someone developed some crisscross arrangement and for floating ball so that it can float. So this solves the problem. So if we solve the problem, it may be inventive. Even through this waste material, waste jute composite, whatever you have used already. So waste material to wealth, that may be inventive. So there is many products which may be even for copyright. What is copyright? It is a literary artistic work, but whenever your paper, your publication is your copyright, I think you all know. But in India, one important aspect is that software is not patentable. Software is copyrightable item. So if there is any instrument, if you develop some instrument, sewing machines or anything, which is operated by only software, then software hardware combinations may be patentable, but only software, only AI is not patentable aspect. Industrial design, another important aspect for textile industry also, because it is the outside design of any article, even outside design of the dress. It is under design registration. There is a borderline of copyright registration also. If there is different textile designs and there is some brochure, then it may be under copyright. But if one product, some dress designer have some one product, it is producing in the market more than 50 number, then it will be under design registration. That means it should be registered under design. So if there is textile design, that then should be protected under design registration. Design registration here is outside design. Like here in Indian Patent Office, this design has been protected. Bata Company shoe and all this. So for this textile and jewelry, these all items are under design registration when we are producing more than 50. But if it is less than 50, then we can get copyright out of the getting the brochure. So this is a simple thing. And trademark, another important thing. There is a student also, if they are interested for startup. So for the startup or MSME or whatever you are calling. So every one of us knowing by our name. So trademark is if there is any invention and I want to transfer the technology, then through some company there should be some name or logo. But the important aspect is that where is the creativity? Creativity is here. What is the relation between Coca-Cola and the soft drinks? Is there any relation between Coca-Cola and soft drinks? And is there any relation in Raymond's in textile? As it is not related, it is the trademark. Trademark should be like that, so that it is not descriptive. Like if you are doing for textile company, if it is real textile, real weaving, weaver, katha, if you are giving this name, it is just describe your company. So that is why it will not be trademark. But when Raymond's, what is the relation of Raymond's with the products? No, there is no relation. So that should be the unique way. What is the relation of HP with computer? Is there a relation? So it is the unique creativity lies there, designing the trademark. So creativity is everywhere. From morning to night, we are thinking of creativity, but we do not actually concentrating on intellectual property. And that is why day by day, every day, we are losing our intellectual property. We all know Basmati. Why I am telling this Basmati? Because it is our product and it was taken by Rice Tech Company. When something was taken by other, that means waste, then we think yes, it has some value. Otherwise there is no value, and that is what happened. After 3 years, CSIR scientists got that yes, our product has been taken up by someone. During that time there was no legislation, and at that time what happened? There was some write-up where it is written that Basmati rice is used in Baksha Bhog, and that write-up helps us to revoke the patent. During that time there was no relation with geographical indication. After that Geographical Indication Act, 1999 was there, GI Act, and Darjeeling Tea is the first GI. Afterwards, we have registered GI, Baluchori, Dhonekhali, Tangai, Gorod, Korial, and also muslin, Banglar muslin. We have protected all these GI registered from our state. And why GI? GI is a branding. Through this GI, authorized users need to be protected. I am sharing one story of authorized user of Baluchori Shari. Baluchori Shari, Amitabh Pal is a weaver at Bankura district, Bishnupur area. He is doing this work for lots of time. His grandfather was also in this unit. He came to our office. He knows that it was GI registered and told, ma'am, please help me to get this GI authorized user. We have helped, and he got the GI authorized user certificate. GI authorized user certificate means first the name of Baluchori Shari is protected as GI, then authorized user. Who is authorized to use this logo is GI authorized user. Then he got the GI authorized user logo. Afterwards, what happened? He got the call from Nita Ambani Cultural Center, and there he got per day 8,000 rupees for staying there and producing Baluchori Shari for 3 months. So this is the success story of GI. For 3 months, per day 8,000 from a simple weaver to there, and he got order of 38,000, but he was unable to provide this during that time. I think Tantuj and other will help him to develop all this. We are hopeful. So why this intellectual property is so important? Because if we protect this, that premium price will go to this weaver or farmer, so that the supply chain is very important. And if they are protected, then our industry, our textile industry will grow. So this is the main intention of GI product of our country. It is our traditional technology. It is our grandfather's invention. We need to provide respect to our grandfather's invention, because patent is our invention and GI is our grandfather's invention. So in one product, everything is possible. Suppose this is a watch. If someone has some solar cell inside it, solar cell sensors, then it will get automatically charged. So we need not to charge it. Then it becomes a new patent. And design outward feature, it is designed under design registration, trademark it title, copyright engineering drawing, trade secret is manufacturing know-how. We need not to provide anyone the manufacturing know-how. Like Coca-Cola company do not share it. And there is 2%. They do not fly in the same flight, because if there is an accident, that trade secret will go. There is no law regarding trade secret, but it is our creativity how to protect our trade secret. And GI is Swiss watch. So in one product, different intellectual property, it is different. Patent is different, GI is different, we may protect it. So a patent system, it is very simple. I am just telling in a nutshell, write down your invention. If it is new, then we will do the patentability analysis. This is helpful for throughout the country. We are doing this actually facilitation even for our state. After patentability analysis, we will find out what is the related art in this area. Then we have to compare with the related art. Then we have to draft it, technical documents, and then we have to file it. And afterwards, there is a 3 system. One is for institute. In the name of educational institute, if it is name of educational institute, it is 80% reduction nowadays of patent system. 80% reduction.
Ma'am, the thing is that when we are getting the fund from the fund, that means it is under the name of the government and you are charging a loan. So
No. Actually, when I have filed, we have filed your patent, it's not free. It is.
That is because of the government to government. But in case of when we are hiring some
No. If you come to us, I will provide you the way. There is different way. It is not so much. Before that, it was more than 1 lakh. Now within 25 to 27 lakhs, it is 27,000. It is filed in the name of institute, educational institute. It is very less. Before that, it was more than 1 lakh. Now 25 to 26,000. So it is very less. If you come to me, I will discuss, because I am IP facilitator also. So from this ground, I will help you. So,
JGT के इतने
सारे प्रोडक्ट हमने बना चुके हैं, तो अभी तक इनमें से किसी का भी पेटेंट तो हुआ नहीं है।
JTT का
Jute textile के there are various products.
Oh, I don't. That is why I am telling. Even we do not know what intellectual property we are owning, and afterwards, when someone actually taking this thing, then we know. Yes, it is mine. Like Professor Bush, actually, Sir was not interested during that time. He thought it is the royalty. I'm not interested. It is for mankind. But what happened when some technology is taken by other country? The cost of the technology will rise. So if this is copied by someone, some international conference, what will happen? It will be taken up by them. So this is the high time to take this way. So that is the thing. And there is expedite examination process for institute, educational institute. Expedite examination. That means it is granted within 1.5 years also for university, college, engineering college. I am doing many such work. And 80% reduction and expedite process is there for startup also. So these are the another, there is many sectors I am working. Here is women health sector which was neglected. I was in some lecture that I have searched. I have found in this women health sector only 4 patents was granted because it is mostly neglected area. So that is why we always found in which area we need to work. Even whatever said you have just discussing that jute composite area, jute textile, it is a very promising area, but the most of we have not found so much of patents in this particular area. Only a few for jute rebonding machine and some machine and jute composite and all this. I can also even produce patent landscaping in that particular area. What you have, if you ask for us, we will provide patent landscaping on this particular jute textile area. That is possible, and afterwards research should we do, because we need to know who is working in different fields. If we know, then we may prepare for our work, what to do next. If we are doing the reinventing the wheel, then it is not actually progress of science and technology. So that is why patent is very important here. So I am not telling so much of thing. I am just going to that particular area. This is the landscaping of renewable energy area. I am just giving example. Here we have found that General Electric is the highest owner of some patent, and General Electric of China. China is the highest owner of this particular every patent area. We may see that China is doing this, and these are the area where most of the research is going on. So if we are interested, we may find out this patent landscaping report, and through this report we may have some idea what to do next, in which area we need to actually advise students to do the research. Particularly, then it will be actually the improvement of our science and technology. So this is other different things. I am not going, but we have a very unique facilities in our department that is called Idea Clinic. Any idea from any parts, if you apply to us, we will mentor that idea up to technology scaling. That is our main intention. That means we are finding out what is the related art, and if you are doing the same thing, we will tell that do this, modify this, and then it is become it. Then it is patentable. So there is many technology work, and Madam has done a very good work, and that is under patent examination. I am not actually here. Many startup has very good here RBG in. Day before yesterday, she was in Shark Tank, this RBG. She was in Shark Tank. She is working with biodegradable plastic. Madam is telling about biodegradable component with jute composite, and she is also working in. And she has lots of patent and trademark. She is raising a lots of fund out of this. So this is the efficacy of this IPR system. I am not telling. So here is the Idea Clinic. Anyone who is interested, they may click here and apply to our Idea Clinic. So we will help to develop those ideas to technology and filing patent. Now impact on GI. we know that Bengal Pottochitro is GI registered. Odisha Pottochitro is also GI registered. So when we are in the marketing position, how to make difference with Odisha and Bengal? Bengal Pottochitro is associated with some song. So we have advised that if this song chip can be incorporated in Pottochitro, and now they are doing orna, chunni and also dress material, they are preparing all these. And this chip, if it is incorporated in the product, then it will be innovative, and the foreigner, they can get the essence of Bengal Pottochitro immediately, and that is why they have prepared this type of packaging where the chip may be incorporated, like toys. Toys is available in the market, but if we just press it, it just sings. Likewise, if the Pottochitro, that is chunni or whatever dresses it is, if there is some chip is there, just we press, it will just, the song will just open up, and we get the essence of it. So we are also organizing course on online. If anyone can interested may contact us. Concluding thing we need to say: identify IP, secure our IP, register our IP, protect the IP, exploit the IP. We know only President Abraham Lincoln was the one president till that I know who is owned patent. So that is why Abraham Lincoln told, patent system added fuel to the fire of genius. So we want to see more genius and more invention in our state and country with different research. And always, everywhere I say this, Lewis Carroll in Alice in Wonderland, Alice says, which direction should I go? Cat says, it depends a great deal on where you want to go. Alice says, but I don't know where I want to go. In that case, it really doesn't matter which direction you take. But we have to take some direction, otherwise we will lose the roadmap. Thank you for coming.
Now, what type of
I mean, only continue with this. This is my copy.
Presentation, ma'am.
Oh, yes, this presentation is my copyright today. If this National Jute Board or if
you have a separate session with you on this, so we have a lot of things to say.
So I'm just giving overview of all this. That every time just today I am from BCKB. There was also a session.
Going back by
Yes, sir.
But one thing, yes, I like you mentioned one thing. That's myself, Pradeep Chaudhary, former Jute man, then NGP man. You mentioned one point that needle, I don't know who invented it, is Elias Ho. So far, my knowledge goes, Elias Ho was the inventor. Later, that needle was used in the sewing machine, modern sewing machine, and that Isaac Singer, he patented it. Some litigation was there. Then
yes, Singer patent is no.
Yeah, but
who invented that name? Yes, that was
is the Elias Ho. Elias Ho.
Yes.
And regarding the jute geotextile, actually, I developed all these things on behalf of Ichira and AJB. I talked to Dr. Mahadev Datta. We should.
Definitely. Sir, on the state.
GI tagging also we should take.
Yes, I am thinking of that. That jute is actually here in West Bengal from which year?
First jute was planted in botanical garden.
When?
18.
So it is more than 200 years almost.
No, main thing is that the road construction, for road construction and for riverbank protection, whatever the product is being used, has been developed by me in the year 2010 only. The latest variety, which was standardized by KIS, included in the schedule of rates, and published by India Road Congress. That has been done in 2010. Before that, some other varieties of inferior quality with some weakness, with some weak points were there. Modern latest fabric was developed like this.
So I think it should be protected. Yes, the process and if it is actually everything is not unpatentable. That is also another important thing. So we have to look into that. Like jute composite, it was a composite made of all these things, and the design is So we have found out which part of that particular invention to be protected. That is why we have made for this idea clinic, patent clinic, whatever you call that in our Yes, I am.
Actually, I am Kolkata. They are having joined their hands together with STBT, and they are running a very successful startup for the students and the innovator. So definitely this kind of dissemination seminar requires more madam and more madam.
So and this is another wonderful opportunity for IP professionals, because even the students, be tech from any area, it is an area where this is important, because day before yesterday I was in MSME National IPL seminar on IP Jatra MSME, and we have found 1 crore 30 lakhs MSME in West Bengal. But to serve this West Bengal, there is no such professional. She is telling only more. So we have to develop these. This profession needs more professionals in this particular field.
There are still a lot of grey areas.
Yes, but India is growing now 39th position in Global Innovation Index. So we need to work hard to actually catch up with.
You have to reduce the fees actually.
Fees is reduced.
Now we are on 39th rank.
Fees are already filing fees is 1600, and then publication and total. If you are in expedite process, it is only 12,100, and maximum attorney charge it will within 25,000 it will be fine. It is reduced from 1 lakh to 25,000, 1/4. It's not a big deal for university professor or university, even university and college.
And one can imagine the return thereafter.
Yes. And Government of India reduced it. So it is not a big deal nowadays. It's very easy.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. I am very sure many bright ideas will get saved because of your presentation. Many developments which have been done in the past will get patented and it will get recognized because of your presentation. It was very insightful. Now I would like to welcome our Assistant Director Vigilance, Joyabrata Kaur sir, to the dais for delivering the vote of thanks and concluding the session for today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Shaurani. Thank you, madam, for the interesting interaction that we had at the end. But sir, now for the our respected Chief Guest, Sri Malay Chandan Chakraborty sir, the Jute Commissioner, Government of India, Commodore A.K. Jolly, MD sir from the Jute Corporation of India, and Sri Shashi Bhushan Singh sir, our Secretary, National Jute Board, senior officers from NJB, JC Office, JCI, esteemed speakers, industry leaders, academic experts, and valued participants. It is an absolute honor for me to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all who have contributed in making this event a success. First and foremost, our deepest gratitude to the Chief Guest, Sri Malay Chandan Chakraborty. Sir, your vision and policy initiatives continue to drive sustainable innovation in textiles, and we are privileged to have your support. Our special thanks to the MD Jute Corporation of India, Commodore Jolly sir, for his continuous support and in our every endeavor. Our sincere thanks to our young and dynamic secretary, sir, who must have gone to his chamber for some urgent work, whose progressive and forward thinking is always pushing us to think beyond boundaries of innovation. A special thanks to our esteemed speakers, Madam Mallika Datta and Sri Shunil Verma, who has come all the way to Kolkata for their being the renowned experts in their fields, who have shared not only technical insights but also a roadmap for leveraging jute-based materials in cutting-edge applications. The emphasis on IPR today by Dr. Mohua Omchaudhary has also been crucial reminding us that protecting innovation is the key to securing a competitive edge in the global market. My sincere thanks to Mr. D. Bosch, Additional Chief Police Commissioner, and Sri Manna, OC, Road Marking Section, Kolkata Police, for showing keen interest in the developed product for hybrid composites, particularly guardrails. My special thanks to the representatives from the jute industry, agencies, academicians who for your participation. And before I conclude, I extend my sincere thanks to the organizing team and support staff whose meticulous planning ensured the seamless execution of this event. Your dedication has been instrumental in making this seminar a success. With that, I once again express my profound gratitude to each one of you for your participation and valuable contributions. Let's continue working together to propel the natural fiber industry to new heights. So, thank you all. We have arranged a small refreshment packet outside this auditorium, so please have it, and thanks for the time. Thank you.
Thank you.